Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ketchup.
And I am Mustard.
You're watching Week 6 of the EU ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox.
So heading into Week 6 now, last week we managed to see Mitsu Owens take the EU Weekly for a first time. It was the second time he found himself in Grandfinals, but this time he managed to take it against White Black in the finals, which was his first appearance in the season.
And what a Grandfinals as well. I mean, White Black, this was the first time we ever saw White Black play Mortal Kombat X, and we had the very fortunate opportunity to actually catch up with White Black locally at DreamHack this weekend. Obviously, that was why he is not in this week's top 16, unavailable to sort of enter the qualifier, really. But we were having a chat with him, and this is indeed White Black's first Mortal Kombat game. He had never played Mortal Kombat beforehand, which I think really exaggerates how impressed I was with just how well he played.
Well, he managed to take down Taco, he took down Nivek, and 3-2 against Mitsu Owens, like very, very close set. But, you know, he's still looking to enter the rest of the weeks. But, you know, Mitsu Owens did manage to take it over him in a really, really strong set. Mitsu Owens is back again today. He will be your top 16 match you'll see today versus Ricky SODMG.
Well, he ended in the bracket as Ricky the God, so I guess we'll call him Ricky, just to kind of
I think Ricky's a safer name for him.
Just to eliminate any confusion there. But I mean, going into this week, what is the Mortal Kombat X Pro League? It is a string of weekly tournaments, basically, and it happens every single week. We play through the tournaments on Sunday, all the way through to top 16, and then we will then resume on Wednesday, which we will cast now, basically. These are free to enter, and everybody can enter these tournaments. A weekly pot of $1,000 and placement points to get you into the top 16 World Finals, Burbank, California, where it's going to be an amazing top 16.
Just rapidly approaching as well.
Yeah, it's not long, not long. If you guys want more information on that, it's esl.gg/MKX Pro League.
And just as we always do, we have our prediction point system here, ladies and gentlemen. You at home can, before each set, hit !predict, followed by the number of points you would like to spend in your prediction. Everyone starts with 10 today, so use them wisely. Followed by the name of the player you think will win the set. Pay attention to Twitch bot, which will tell you how to do this in the chat. For first place, you can win a limited edition Mortal Kombat X Collector's Scorpion statue. So really good stuff to play for tonight, as well as obviously the players playing for that big cash, but the placement points. We're at week 6 right now. There is really not a lot of these left, so every place is going to matter in this week.
Especially with the prize pot of minimum $100,000
Absolutely.
finals. I mean, that's only possible, though, because of you guys at home. The Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin, we're crowdfunding that. And, you know, the more you guys contribute towards buying that skin adds to prize pots around the world and this ESL tournament. So thank you very much for that. But going into today, we actually have a larger prize distribution today from the looks of that thing. 1,250 going to first place. Whereas...
Well, I mean, obviously that would have been for last week's mid-season, mid-season showdown, which did have a larger prize pool. Today is, you know, it's still not a low amount of cash at all. It's first place wins $500, second place manages to get $300, and then I believe it's $100 for third and fourth, respectively.
I mean, that's not bad for a week of Mortal Kombat. But I mean, you know, the cash is one thing, but we are, as we mentioned last week, we're reaching that point where
it is the placement points now. They're the important
that's everything.
things.
I mean, there's $500 is cool, but if you're going to end up playing for $100,000 minimum, I mean, that's significantly more. So I mean, we're going into the tournament today where we are at a point where we're not far away. The only player that really has a decidingly commanding lead over everyone else is Foxy Grandpa, who is pretty much confirmed at this point. So as you can see here, that Foxy has 400 placement points. Basically means that it's not really possible for anyone to overtake him, putting him down there. Mitsu Owens, his victory last week did put him in number 2, where he's 210. Fasol 200. I mean, but as you can see underneath that,
there's only about 30 points in between them.
Exactly. I mean, you have players like, you know, well, Useful Glue, for example, we talked about this last week, but Useful Glue is sitting on 80 points. If he wins today, he's on 180. 180 puts him in the top 4. Sumerian's not in this top 4 this week.
Nivek, 155. If he manages to win today, it's 255. A win for Nivek today will put him into second place. Like, at this point, it is like we said last week. No longer can you just make top 16 and hope your points will carry you through to the top 4.
Top 4 is a must.
Yeah, if you don't make the semi-finals, you're likely not going to be able to build enough points to win at that point. I mean, even like White Black at 75 points, not a bad amount at all. However, because he isn't here today, because he opted to go for DreamHack instead, he has 2 weeks left to win. And if he manages to win 1 week, he's at 175, and that still won't put him in top 4. Like, he will need 2 commanding placements to be able to make that top 4. So it's really going to get quite tricky at this point.
Absolutely, but I mean, you know, he has actually demonstrated to us that he has got what it takes to do really well. White Black is a very, very, very solid player. You know, his very first tournament getting second place.
Yeah.
We're going into our first game. You guys at home have 3 minutes as of now to make your predictions. We have Ricky the God versus Mitsu Owens. So 3 minutes of now in Twitch chat. exclamation mark predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend, up to 10, followed by the player that you think is going to win the set. I mean, I don't know how to call this one because we've not seen Ricky in top 16 before. We've seen this guy play. He plays Scorpion and Kenshi, I do believe. So it's either going to be a Scorpion mirror match because there's no way
Mitsuones is going to stick with Inferno Scorpion. Like, we're not going to see him change.
But, you know, Ricky says he can play Kenshi and Scorpion. I was talking to him yesterday, and you know, he was kind of asking for a little bit of advice. I mean, no, I can't really give massive loads of advice against Scorpion because, you know, I know how I fight Scorpion, but the thing about Mitsuones is that he is the definition of, you know, Rago. I mean, he is not scared.
Unconditionable. If there's one thing we can take from Mitsuones' play is that this guy, he knows what he wants to do and he will not let you change his mind. Like, when he decides he wants to teleport, he wants to wake up, he wants to go for unsafe stuff, he's going to do it. And even if you punish him, he's still going to do it. Like, this guy is willing to bet everything on that one read. He'll bet it, you know, he'll bet the win, but he's also willing to take the loss.
Well, let's also talk about last week, the the meter burn teleport cancelled into a meter burn teleport.
Yes, I remember that.
I've never seen that before. I never in a million years thought that that would work, especially in a tournament set. But I mean, you know, it's stuff like that that just when you get hit by something like that, you just think, wow, okay, this guy doesn't care. So how the hell can I read someone like this?
But that's it. Like, when you're in a set like that, and that happens to you, and like, it's the last thing you expect, but it hits you and it works. You can't ever think to yourself, oh man, I just got hit by that. And like, what if he does it again? And every time he goes to cancel the teleport, you have to think, is he going to do another teleport
and
after?
everyone on stream saw it. I mean, like, it's very easy. It's very easy for things like that to kind of, I guess, get to you. But I mean,
if you are easily flustered, Mitsuones will be your tournament demon. That is evident.
There's no doubt about it. But I mean, going into this match now, we're going to be setting this up as soon as we can. But, you know, so it's either going to be a Scorpion mirror, and I don't know what variation Ricky actually plays of Scorpion. We don't really see much ninjutsu Scorpion. It seems to very much be either
that is for a
Hellfire
reason, to be fair. I mean, ninjutsu, I mean, by itself, it has good armor break in the forward two. Back two has tremendous reach. But that's kind of all you get. So, like, you think, do you want longer reach and somewhat of an armor break instead of the guaranteed damage and chip that Hellfire brings? Or do you want to go Inferno and just have that really difficult to deal with full screen game that's just going to annoy your opponent into making mistakes?
We actually saw a ninjutsu Scorpion player get top 16 at DreamHack this weekend. And he was using Scorpion. I don't believe he played Scorpion first. He changed to Scorpion in ninjutsu, and he was generally playing the Scorpion game of Vortex. You know, Scorpion will Vortex you in all three variations, and that really is the bread and butter of Scorpion, is that Vortex. He's had it in Mortal Kombat 9, he had it in Injustice, and he's got it in Mortal Kombat X. You know, all three variations kind of let him get that style. I mean, by the term Vortex, we mean where you're put in a situation where you must block because you're too minus, and then you've got to guess what comes next. Scorpion has a high or low option, and that really is the bread and butter of Scorpion. But in ninjutsu, you know, he doesn't really get extra damage with the forward two and the back two that he gets given. So I mean, you know, he can do his job in all three variations, but Hellfire
he's just going to have to hit you a bit more, really, than
exactly.
the other two variations.
I mean, Inferno gives you more damage. And you get the full screen presence, and then Hellfire obviously has the guaranteed chip and the tick damage from the Inferno anyway. So I mean, I don't know. No doubt we're going to see Ricky, if you go Scorpion, pick one of the two. I highly don't think he's going to pick
Well,
ninjutsu.
Scorpion is a strange example, really, because like he has a Vortex, but the overhead option, if he goes for the full-on reset, can be fuzzy guarded. You can block the overhead on reaction. However, is it the back two or the forward two, the overhead punch that splats on the floor? Is that back two or forward two?
Scorpion's forward two is the splat.
Yeah, forward two. The forward two cannot be reacted to, but it's a single attack, leads into hard knockdown. But you know, if you get hit by that, you're out of the Vortex. You're then on the ground. You can wake up. You can wake up backdash. Like you have a few more options. You can just sit there and block.
Delay your wake up too. I mean, you know,
of course.
It's something that Mitsuones will go to.
So it's almost like the lesser of two evils, really. Just like be willing to get hit by that overhead splat, just so you can get out of the situation.
But going into this match now, looks like Ricky is hovering over. Yeah, he has gone for Kenshi. I was talking to him yesterday. He did say, I think I'm going to go with Kenshi today. Definitely because I imagine, I think Balance would do quite a good job against Inferno, because you actually punish full screen Inferno stuff. Low minion is a punish anywhere on screen, for one. And then meterless, Balance Kenshi can do quite a lot of damage and send full screen. So if Ricky can just get those punishes on deck, he's in a good situation.
Let's see what he can do. Oh wow, starts off brave with a meter burn, another Rising Karma, gets the first hit and the full screen, which he really needs.
And here we go. I mean, here comes the... oh, he gets tagged. He gets tagged, no doubt. He tried to do a teleflurry there, did not come out, and he gets tagged by the low minion. But I mean, that's actually risky business. Mitsuones still... oh, back three into low minion. Not a true mix-up, but caught pressing buttons anyway. There's the block, gets hit by the overhead option, opting to block the low. I mean, really, getting hit by the overhead isn't so much of a big deal when you've got the health to spare, but the low minion is a big problem. Good bait on the Rising Karma by Mitsuones, but moves way too early and gets hit by the second hit anyway. That'd be a punish. Oh, he doesn't get the punish. Oh, you can definitely tell Ricky's getting some nerves here. He's not getting the punishes that he needs. He's making a lot of imp arrows as well, just getting standing normals instead of actual specials. Full punish in these situations.
Hard to tell if Mitsuwones is showing disrespect or if he's just trying to buffer minions to bait Rising Karmas.
Well, the thing is, the reason you pick balance in this matchup is so that you can get the full screen punishes, and Ricky is trying to get the punishes, and he's not getting them. I actually really feel like if Ricky can just establish his game, he's so slow on that punish, unfortunately. Punish it.
And that's 2 for 2, and there's the missed input as well. Ricky's showing a lot of nerves right now.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is, you can tell what he's trying to do, and it works. I mean, as I just mentioned, like, Balanced will check Inferno Scorpion. He cannot sit full screen and do minions when playing correctly, because you can see he's getting checked by all of this before the minion can do anything.
But again, another Imperator. Like, every time Ricky gets a standing normal instead of a special, he eats a full minion for it. That's the worst possible scenario. Mitsuwones with a smart cancel teleport just to get in. Meteor Burn, Rising Karma, really good read, but opts not to go for a combo, goes to unbreakable damage.
But I think I quite like that. I mean, Ricky just wanting to send him full screen. And he goes to down 2, acknowledges he's cancelled it. Wow, okay. Mitsuwones going for the X-ray. Gets tagged by the overhead though. Here comes Mitsuwones. Mitsuwones drops it.
Wow, Mitsuwones showing a really uncharacteristic combo drop, but Ricky as well. No full confirm. Down 1 punish.
Ricky, 2 for 2. 2 point blank punishes that could have been the round. And he punishes the down 1 both times. And he gets tagged by the low. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about what happened right at the end there. Both times, Ricky had the round.
Mitsuwones gave himself to Ricky on a plate.
Twice.
It does not get easier than that. It does not get easier than that.
I mean, that very much, that was Ricky's round through and through, twice at the end of the game. But he punishes it with down 1, which, you know, we mentioned just now that, and we actually saw that demonstrate that balanced Kenshi versus Inferno Scorpion. Scorpion and Inferno can't do those full screen shenanigans. You can tell that Mitsuwones was trying to, but when balanced Kenshi is played correctly, you can, for example, you know, you can block an overhead minion or a low minion, and the low minion will punish. You can punish low minion with the Teleflurry, and if he does a back-to-back overhead, you'll punish him before he even comes out. So you can actually check Inferno Scorpion from far away, and in these situations here, oh, we didn't have it up here, but in these situations where Scorpion is right up close, that was a free punish. That was the game. Look at the amount of health that Mitsuwones had left. No breaker. That was literally the game. But that one mistake has cost Ricky the match. But the thing is, Mitsuwones is going to go into game 2 knowing that now. He's going to go into, okay, right, well, not one of my teleports was punished with a full combo, so I'm just going to do him. But there's no reason not to. We saw this a lot last week, where we saw Mitsuwones was basically not being punished by most people. I mean, we saw Mitsuwones doing a lot of unsafe stuff, and the punishes weren't there. If you let a player like Mitsuwones get away without being punished, he's going to just walk all over you, because he's going to overwhelm you with this crazy mix-ups, these crazy hard reads, and he's going to punish you. He's going to punish you.
And when unpunished, it is risk-free. It becomes completely risk-free when unpunished.
Ricky getting the all-important first hit, though. Back-to-back Teleflurry, even on hit, will check in there. He's really slow on these punishes. You can tell Ricky is actually trying to punish this, but he is very slow on the uptake.
Mitsuwones going to that low minion again. I mean, he's going to do this. Mitsuwones has been doing this for just over a month and a half now.
I think Ricky just needs to block those minions and start punishing with Teleflurry. He needs to just accept that he needs to block first and then Teleflurry.
Oh, good Meteor Burn Spear to make it safe. Really good counter poke, but again, Ricky drops the combo. Oh, that could be it, but goes into the reflect. Must be an impact error by Ricky.
That was definitely an attempt to do back 3-1 into uppercut, but he doesn't. Sorry, back 3-2, and doesn't.
And another combo drop. I don't think we've seen Ricky complete a combo yet.
He is playing with some serious nerves right now, and he's getting attacked by full
Still
combo.
manages to tag Mitsuwones with the back hit of the Rising Karma, though. Mitsuwones caught in the corner. Will he wake up or will he not? He has the meter, and of course he will, but Ricky manages to get the whiff punish.
That was a messy round, but I mean, I think Ricky's going to take that one. We didn't see many punishes, but you know, Mitsuwones getting caught by the Meteor Burn uppercut. Cancelled it again.
Oh, very interesting. Oh, baits the Rising Karma, but doesn't punish it.
Wake up, Rising Karma. No punish. Sorry, no full combo on that. Oh, and he gets tagged by low minion again. There really is no reason to get hit by that. That should be a full punish. Neutral jump as a punish. That is not a punish at all. You need to let a player like Mitsuwones know that you're going to punish him for every mistake.
This will no doubt go into a restand. Will Mitsuwones go for the throw, which it does? Yes, he does. That's the Mitsuwones special right there.
I do not know why Ricky is not punishing anything. But like, there's so many instances here, especially when you have something in the corner as a punish. I mean, Kenshi in balance gets some big meterless damage in the corner.
You're looking at high 30%.
Oh no, you're looking at 40%. You know what I mean? You're looking at least 40 no bar. Cancel it again. Lovely uppercut, acknowledging that he's always... Oh, and he gets a wake-up Meteor Burn teleport anyway. But, you know, he's acknowledging that Mitsuwones is always cancelling that teleport. Punish.
Oh, late on the uptake again, but Mickey, he may just get something to work right now. He's got a bar in a bit. Oh, goes to the overhead minion on block. Meet by Rising Karma. And again, no full combo. Heck, he couldn't break. He didn't have the stamina, but Ricky opts to go in for the teleport anyway.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing. You have to get the punishes on deck. No, a full screen low minion into meet event teleport. Kenshi can't let him do it. It is a legitimate punish. Kenshi gets a free punish when timed correctly.
There's a jump kick teleport. There's the confirm by Mitsuones. Mitsuones looking like he's really commanding this set right now in true Mitsuones fashion.
But it's hard to call because Ricky is getting so many chances where Mitsuones is giving him free damage. He's doing full screen low minions, back-to-back overhead minions. They do not work versus Balanced Kenshi. Balanced Kenshi can punish those guaranteed. I mean, stuff there, full screen low. We saw Mitsuones do that a lot where he does low minion on block into meter band teleport because he acknowledges you're going to try and run in and press a button. And then when you do that, that's when you get chewed up by the meter band teleport. That is not a thing versus Kenshi because of the Telefari punish.
Well, it might seem like very negative observation, you know, and obviously the last thing we want to do is come across like, you know, we're being disrespectful, or, you know, we're not giving these guys the credit they deserve. With that said, we are into week 6 right now. There is this week, and there are two more opportunities to make it to that top 4. If you enter these tournaments, it's because you want that opportunity. You want to be one of those players. If you're not punishing Scorpion when he is giving you the punishes, that is just not going to be, you're not going to be able to really bring that to the table if at this point in the tournament, when Mitsuones is one of those current qualifiers, he's second place right now. If you want to be able to take down Mitsuones, you have to punish him. If you don't, he will beat you, he will run a train through you in the set, and he will advance and he'll get more points, and then Mitsuones is going to guarantee his space there. And he's playing well. Like, you know, he has done this week in, week out. Like, he is earning this position in the top 4
well,
right
the thing is, if Mitsuones has a really good placement this week, then he's almost a shoo-in to be one of the entrants. Oh, no real punish, gets a sweep. I mean, that's good damage. Point blank, that's again no
down
punish.
1 Rising Karma, not a combo.
Ricky has not punished a single move with any strings yet. It's been a down 1 every single time. I mean, you can definitely tell this is his first time in top 16. There's always the scope for him to be playing very nervously. But unfortunately, things like this where it's not really a true mix-up. I mean, there's no reason to be blocking high when you get hit by 2-1. And he gets hit by a throw. Here comes Mitsuones, keeping him in the corner. I mean, if you put Kenshi in the corner as well, match point Mitsuones. Putting Kenshi in the corner, he has no room to play his game. No room at all.
But he has got 2 bars with the Rising Karma. Mitsuones is beginning to bait them really effectively.
Oh, he's getting tagged by back-to-back.
Just like that, Mitsuones, really good bait on the wake-up.
Oh, once again, he counterpokes so many times with that teleport, and it works so many times for him. His reads on that, very strong.
This is the Mitsuones we all know right now. Like, just the raw reads, the like really good execution.
Opts to go for the full combo rather than the Vortex. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. We finally get a combo, Ricky. Ah, that does not get the full convert. Oh, it does commit into back 3. That can be a punish. He opts to jump instead of go for the punish. Oh, and he drops the combo once again and gets hit by Meatband Teleport.
And that's a swift 3-0 to Mitsuones. I mean, Ricky did look like he was really beginning to adapt right at the end of that last match, but it was just all too little, too late at that point.
Well, the thing is, I think another issue was that the 2 punishes were actually dropped as well. I mean, we mentioned Kenshi's free damage in the corner, meterless. I mean, he's looking at least 40% meterless in the corner. You can do things like, you know, back 3-2 into up Rising Karma. Just something simple like forward 3 into it, and then you can do, I think, 4-3. It's like massive damage. Not very difficult either, especially when Scorpion has kind of given himself to you. But unfortunately, you know, Mitsuones will take that 3-0. You know, congratulations to Ricky for making top 16. But
so it looks like, oh, Taco and Kanapo with a 3-2 set. We went to Taco.
Nice.
And Nivek defeating Master VHD 3-0. Taco versus Nivek, that's a matchup I want to see, because we know that Nivek understands how to fight Sub-Zero.
And also, Taco is a very strong player.
That's what I mean. Like,
you know, it's Taco, obviously, he is Holland's qualifier for the Mortal Kombat Cup as well. We'll be seeing Holland in a... Holland? Taco?
Taco from
Holland's
Holland.
qualifier, Taco from Holland, in the Japan Con finals on the 5th of July, I believe. So
which
really
isn't that far away when you really think about it.
It really isn't. It really isn't that far away.
Yeah, speaking of which, you know, the current qualifiers we have for that, we've got Foxy Grandpa did manage to qualify for the European finals. He managed to win DreamHack in Sweden. So he was, he's technically Sweden's qualifier, even though he's from the UK. So he might be able to get his rematch versus Electronic Dojo's Ixie, who managed to win the UK qualifier. Nivek, the Greek qualifier, but we also have players like Krathen, who we haven't seen in a long time on the NRS scene, managing to win the Italian qualifiers with Gunslinger on black.
I think it was Marksman, wasn't it?
I get those two confused.
You do.
That's the one I wanted to say, but I didn't say the right one. So
Marksman was in your head, but Gunslinger came out of your mouth.
The one with the rifle. The one with the rifle.
The one with the rifle.
Yeah, of course.
The one with the rifle.
So we'll see Krathen there.
But I mean, it's very exciting. And, you know, we have players like White Black as well. But going into this next match, do we know what the players are? The man in my ear.
So this will be Nivek versus Taco. So this is going to be your first top 8 match. You now have 3 minutes to make your predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Pay attention to the Twitch bot in the Twitch chat to see how you can do this if you've forgotten beforehand. Remember, for first place for the prediction points, you will win one of these Scorpion statues that we have on the desk.
It's pretty cool.
It's worth doing. It's worth doing.
Well, it came with the course edition of the game. I mean, obviously that's a skin in game as well. But I mean, talking about this skin as well, we have the blue steel Sub-Zero skin, which is basically that but blue.
It looks so cool,
and it looks really, really cool. But as I'd like to remind you guys, the only reason we have a minimum 100k pot at the top 16 finals in Burbank, and some of these grassroots tournaments that have that pot bonuses too, like Combo Breaker had the 10k, CEO in America has the 10k,
Evo has
50,000 for Evolution. And that's all because you guys at home, you guys are contributing towards this blue steel skin. Blue skill skin. I mean, that's a different name for it. But you guys contributing towards that skin, you're supporting all of this. So huge thank you to you guys. But I mean, Nivek versus Taco, this is the matchup that we've said that we want to see. So this is a matchup that we know Nivek knows, and obviously he plays Thunder God Raiden, who is a very strong character.
The clone is very ineffective against Raiden. As we've seen before, it does seem like Raiden's Superman dive can just blow straight through the clone if Sub-Zero is standing immediately behind it. So you can punish clone on reaction with the Superman dive, regardless whether you run into the clone or not, because you hit Sub-Zero first, which makes the clone disappear. We know that Nivek knows that. We know that Sumerian knows that. Obviously, that they are two training partners, and whenever they have fought Sub-Zero players in this ESL top 16 as the weeks have gone by, they do that consistently. I've not seen Taco play any of the variations. We know he plays Ermac, so I guess we'll have to wait and see how effective that Taco's Grandmaster can be against Raiden, who is very much, the European Thunder God Raiden right now. Obviously, next to someone like Sumerian. Nivek has just got that raw success with this character right now, especially after the nerfs.
Well, let's also, let's not forget the fans' choice tournament. You guys at home voted to get Foxy and Nivek into Burbank to play for $10,000 against Perfect Legend and Justin Wong in a 4-man tournament. Nivek got second place there, defeated Perfect Legend, defeated Justin Wong in the Raiden Mirror 2.
He took 7 games off Foxy Grandpa.
7 straight games. Nivek took 7 straight games off Foxy in that tournament. Unfortunately, didn't win. Foxy did make the remarkable comeback, in all honesty, and pulled that one through. But, Nivek is clearly a strong player, and he knows how to fight Sub-Zero. Taco, we know, brought it 3-2 against Sumerian, was on the verge of 3-0ing Sumerian. Sumerian made a really amazing comeback a number of weeks ago now, so clearly, Thunder God Raiden's a matchup that he knows too. I mean, we've had the pleasure of fighting Taco, and he knows that Grandmaster corner pressure. He establishes that very convincingly. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in
he's
set.
through and through a Grandmaster Sub-Zero player, and obviously, as I've said many times before, a big strength that Grandmaster has right now is the corner carry, the hard knockdown with the slide, but that corner pressure, just setting up a clone and just doing your 50-50s very safely behind it. Taco knows that, and he establishes that in his game plan to a T, time and time again.
Yeah, well, one combo from Sub-Zero, if you're mid-screen, will generally put you in the corner. There's so much corner carry. I mean, Raiden and Sub-Zero do it quite similarly.
I was about to say, like, everything you say about Sub-Zero's corner game and corner carry, you can apply directly to Thunder God Raiden as well.
Well, we made the remark of Grandmaster Thunder God when he can put you in the corner and then throw the Meteor Burn Lightning Ball, which is basically a clone in that respect, where it will, he creates that trap in front of you. If you're in the corner and he puts a Meteor Burn Lightning Ball, which we see Nivek do time and time again, that is very, it's a strong part of his corner game from what we can see.
But Thunder God builds so much bar, you will get a lot of those specials. You'll get that situation a lot, especially when your Superman died has about 60% of the screen corner carry. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. As well as obviously the hard knockdown and just the full-on distance you can generate, which then gives you those safe electric thunderbolts when you meet about them.
I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, I think both players are almost getting ready to go. We're going to see Raiden versus Sub-Zero, and the next stage when you play in high-level Mortal Kombat, that next step of fighting Sub-Zero is punishing Ice Clone, because bear in mind that some strings will make Ice Clone safe on block.
Forward 4 Ice Clone, I believe, is the only way that Sub-Zero can safely get a clone out on the screen.
Of course, back 1 2 into clone, not safe. Forward 4 2 into clone, not safe,
especially against Raiden.
Well, let's also not forget the fact that Sub-Zero has been nerfed. Both these characters were nerfed in the very first patch. Raiden gets significantly less damage, and Grandmaster Sub-Zero, when he blocks an attack while his clone is active, the clone will now disappear. So these things that force him to block after doing a clone will get rid of the clone more so than originally, the way that it originally worked. But going into this, the first hit will be very important here. Here comes that clone. Actually, that was one of the unsafe setups, but Nivek
might just get a clean jump kick over the clone on block. Really smart spacing from Nivek.
Oh, when he jumps into the clone, here comes Taco.
And there's that corner carry we talked about so often.
Oh, I think he anticipated that there, but I think he second-guessed himself. Oh, tagged by neutral jump. Here comes Nivek, putting him in the corner.
There's a clean 28% damage. Oh, there's the block pressure.
Nice run cancels. Caught pressing buttons there. And he gets a clean jump in. I don't think Nivek was expecting the jump over.
It looked like Nivek tried to attempt an anti-crossover, but got hit by the jump in. Shades of MK9, that one.
Oh, that was a risky attempt there from Nivek.
Nivek, he was likely predicting a ice clone, which obviously the Thunder, the Raiden dive will beat through.
Oh, nice prediction there from Taco. Here comes Taco, too high up in the air, so the clone does not actually freeze.
Whips the back too.
I mean, that was nice from Taco, acknowledging that he's probably going to try and get out of the corner and just sit behind the clone, just in case he does anything that the clone will chew up.
Oh, there's a jump block kick again. Oh, wow. And that will be the round. Taco demonstrating some really patient play right now. Nivek's going to have to adjust to this.
But Nivek very much wants to establish his own game. But he's got to be really careful about how he does it. Oh, tags Taco. Tags him again. Oh, clean jump in from Taco though. Nivek going to get put in the corner here. But I think Taco's going to be careful about how he puts the clone on the screen because Raiden's wake-up attack's very strong. Oh, nice, throwing him in the corner.
Beautiful setup from Taco, getting that rethrow into the refreeze. This will be a hard knockdown, no doubt, into clone once again. Patented Sub-Zero corner pressure.
That was interesting there. That was really smart stuff there from Nivek, using the plus frames on that meter burn lightning ball to just run in and save himself from the corner pressure. Very smart stuff. Oh, jumps into the clone.
Nivek really needs to be way more patient than this if he's going to be able to take out Taco.
You tell Nivek he's really playing with some impatience right now, and he gets tagged by the overhead. Too far away for the forward 4-2 though.
Wants to throw the tree straight through, and there's the clone again. Taco really just putting that up at the perfect time.
Oh, lovely reversal from Taco as well. It's going to be quite bleak and difficult. Yeah, I mean, that was chip territory. There was really nothing Nivek could have done about that. So, all right, so now we've seen that game. Taco being very defensive, very, very patient, and just scouting those jump.
Well, it wasn't just defense, it was full-on patience. Even when he was attacking and he managed to get some aggression, it was still very patient, very calculated, and very, you could tell he knew exactly what he wanted to do in those situations.
Well, what kind of adjustment do you think Nivek's going to have to make here? I mean...
Slow it down. Get the life lead and sit on it. Get the life
agree.
lead. I mean, that's one thing that Sub-Zero really struggles to do is get a life lead back if the opponent has it on him, because the only thing he can now do to chip you from full screen is throwing the clone at you, and Thunder God Raiden can deal with that very easily.
Yeah, I mean, with the speed of the lightning ball is, it's not the fastest projectile in the game, but it recovers quite quickly. It's a good way to kind of keep Sub-Zero in check.
It's more than Sub-Zero can do to you.
Well, you always have the thing about Sub-Zero is when you try and keep a life lead by harassing from full screen, you generally need to be careful, because Sub-Zero never wants to. Sub-Zero basically never wants to, I guess...
Well, am I seeing this right?
No,
I believe
you are indeed seeing this wrong. We're setting up this next match, but one thing you never want to do with Sub-Zero is trade projectiles. I mean, I think the two characters in the game that I think benefit off a projectile trade the most are Master of Souls Ermac and Sub-Zero in general, because one ice ball trade, normally when you trade a projectile, that's it. You get hit by like the 6-7% projectile that it does, but with Sub-Zero, it's a full combo. That's the whole point. He gets hit by the projectile, you get hit by his, but when he's recovered being hit, he can literally just run in and get a full combo on you for you being hit by the ice ball. So you've got to be careful about how you time it, but you can generally sit on a life lead against Sub-Zero. You can force him to come in. If he's going to be aggressive or, I guess, not very careful when he comes in, he can run in, maybe he's going to throw a slide out, maybe he'll try and meter burn slide. You have control over the situation when you've got a life lead on Sub-Zero, definitely. I mean, we're going into this next match right now.
Especially when you have that mid-range dominance that Thunder God can establish. I mean, he has really good strengths. That situation, he's got amazing mids, and obviously he's got tremendous meter build. So at the very least, you can get them blocking and then start building that bar to then start going for your risky armor. I mean, one thing we didn't see Nivek do was the meter burn shocker for the armor. However,
we didn't.
I believe that's because Taco was spacing himself really intelligently, and the wake up we saw Nivek go to more often than not was just the aura, which obviously covers behind him as well as,
and is safe from block too.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's an interesting one because I mean, I highly doubt that Nivek's going to change character. And right as I say that, yeah, he's gone Thunder God Raiden. I don't see a character change. I see just simply a adjustment to the player is more necessary than a character switch.
So we'll see how this set can go. I mean, Taco, he's had a bit of a strange career in this ESL League. I mean, he's sometimes been down and 2 games match point, made tremendous comebacks. Often it's happened on him as well. So this guy knows that a set is not over until that very last third match is finished.
See, Nivek seems to be favouring those jump kicks now, so if he does go for a clone, the jump kick's going to make Sub-Zero block, getting rid of it. Nice hit confirming Superman, and there's the corner carry, 1 touch, and Taco's in trouble. And that's it, that is the trade that Nivek wants to take. Oh, lovely hit confirmed from Nivek.
And just about that Lucha jump punch for full combo.
Here's the patience. Nivek's going to be sitting on that life lead now. We literally just mentioned that. Oh, but he gets tagged by forward 4-2. Taco not ready for that to connect. Lovely hit confirmed into jump kick Superman from Nivek.
Oh, there's that slide. Wonderful stuff from Taco, but not quite in range.
Oh, nice. I love how he caught the back. He was higher up. Oh, conversion
wow.
from Nivek.
That was tremendous. And Nivek manages to back round 1. That combo, though, can we talk about that for a minute?
Well, he realized that the gravity was there. You know, he was already higher up in the air, which meant that he'd got more hits. Amazing stuff from
But he even knew that he was close enough to the corner that Raiden was not going to go behind him when he finished that string. He was going to stay in front. Crazy stuff. Just showing amazing character familiarity right now.
Oh, Taco trying to get a neutral jump punch there, but Raiden's jump kick too fast.
There'll be a full neutral jump punch combo.
Nice conversion from Taco, and again, there's the corner carry. Nivek being very, I guess, hasty with these wake-up attacks. Oh, nice trip guard from Nivek.
Taco trying to break, doesn't have the stamina. I mean, yes, he wasn't going to take much damage there, but it was the corner he wanted to keep.
Nice conversion from Taco. Trying to put him in the corner.
Really good stuff by Taco. Oh, that clone doesn't quite get him, and that will be... Oh, wow, Nivek opts not to finish the combo.
Oh,
there's that dive through the clone like we saw before.
Oh, and he gets thrown into the corner. This is the break that Taco needs, but wake up, acknowledging that Taco's going to do... Oh, wow, blown straight through the armor.
Taco opting to break. This can still be his round. Oh, wow, and just at the last minute, obstacle for a very, very unsafe slide, but Nivek caught sleeping on that.
That was a really smart sequence from both players, actually. I mean, that was a good sequence from both of them. Oh, Grandmaster Thunder God. Oh, my God.
Wow, and just... I mean, I appreciate... You know, I really respect Taco attempting to go in there, but... I mean, sometimes you just have to block, you know? Just know it's not an option, but Nivek again, jumping into a clone. Oh, caught jumping in the last minute!
Here comes Taco. Opts not to go for the clone, probably knowing that he's too high up in the air. That lovely low profile with a down 3, throwing him in the corner.
Oh, I'd like to see Nivek being a bit more patient in here.
Nivek needs to make this sequence count, otherwise he's going to be 2 and down.
There's that meteor burn shot, going to go straight through that. Into the corner carry. He's going to corner Sub-Zero himself here, but he's got the bar to wake up. Oh, Op's not to go for it.
I think that was an attempt to try and blow through Taco's own reversal. Has to break there, he's got 2 bars. Nice anti-air there from Taco. Jump back kick into Superman though.
Oh wow, normal wake up slide from Taco. I mean, I appreciate, you know, I really respect why he did that. Because he did that because if Raiden pressed any button when he was going in for that corner pressure, that slide would have hit him.
And let's not forget the fact that, yeah, I think he probably would have chipped him too.
Yeah, exactly.
That was actually, like, we kind of missed it there because of how much happened. But that second round, that was a really good sequence from both players.
No, very smart. Very
smart sequence.
That was both players adapting to each other on the fly, non-stop. And that's where you see a crazy round like that come from.
But what I've seen Nivek do more than other Raidens that we see is hit confirming his jump kick. Both Sumerian and Nivek do this, where they hit confirm a jump kick. Look at this situation here. So this was the start of it. He tries to press a button, but that is the Meteor Burn Thunderbolt. Opts not to finish the combo there, just to keep him on the ground. And so it's quite a crazy situation to be in, because what Nivek will do, which you'll see quite a few times, is he'll hit confirm his jump kick into the Superman, because nothing else will combo from that high up in the air. But he gets extra damage off the jump kick and corner carry. Or if he's in the corner and he gets jump kick, it fights him out of the corner. So you'll probably see it here a couple of times. At least
that really smart low profile into back throw just to get the corner.
But I love how Taco acknowledges there that Nivek wants to jump kick to make the clone disappear. So Taco was actually taking a step back. He's putting the clone up and then standing at a range where Nivek would want to press buttons, and then walks back as he jumps. So the jump kick
there's
misses.
a good read on the jump from Nivek, but Op's going to a jump kick instead. Oh wow, blocks the slide. This won't do a lot of damage, but he manages to get, you know, the full corner situation.
Oh, doesn't quite get the hard knockdown, but he's still in the corner.
26 hits into 14%. That's less than 1% a hit.
Caught by a jump in. Nice hit confirm into Ice Ball there from Taco.
That's a tough situation for Nivek to be in right now. No meter available, but is back to the corner. One conversion from Sub-Zero, and he is full on cornered. Oh wow, really good jump from Nivek. Again, opting to go in for the kick.
Running straight into that clone though. Oh, interesting read. Does not pay off though. Taco's going to jump over and put him in the corner. That nice repositioning from Taco though. Here comes the clone.
Does it a bit slightly further away, and there you go. There's the raw jump into the Superman. Just get out of the corner.
I love both Nivek and Sumerian both do that. If they acknowledge that they're at a safe range, they'll jump back and then actually do a Superman to escape the corner.
Oh, goes to whip punish from the back. Oh, back two doesn't quite get it. Gets the Superman instead though. Opts the corner himself. Really interesting decision there.
Oh, Nivek goes for it though. He's going to go for something unbreakable. Oh, Nivek opting to save the bar, keeping himself in the corner. I mean, that was a risky Superman. I'm not sure why he went for it, but I guess he must have thought he was going to go for a clone or something. But either way, the bad thing here is that Nivek's now in the corner, and that's not where you want to be against Sub-Zero.
And then just crouching behind the clone, knowing that the jump was going to hit it.
Oh, interesting, Rago Superman catches him off guard.
Again, if Sub-Zero is sitting right behind the clone, he will go through it. Oh, Nivek Hop sleeping. Opts to break this time. And another raw Superman. I'm not quite sure why Nivek is continuously going to that.
I think he is confident that Taco's going to do something, and his reads just aren't on point. Oh, he tries to punish the back too.
Oh, that's a conversion. They really need the neutral jump. That's the knockdown. Oh, wow, doesn't get caught blocking the high. There's an overhead.
Instant jump one into the clone. He gets frozen again. Taco playing this really patient game, and it's working out for him. Oh, the neutral jump punch actually puts him in the corner. That was clearly not intentional.
Oh, wow, and there's the neutral jump punch whiffed. And Taco
nice
gets himself
punish.
out of the corner.
A lovely punish from that down forward. The meat burn slide, though.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, actual full conversion.
No
block
punish.
back too.
No punish on the back two either. This is a tense game. Nivek doesn't want to go out with full meter. But the punish we were talking about. Forward 4-2 into clone is not safe. Nivek's going to play that lead. But meter burn slides under the meter burn ice ball.
Oh, and there's the raw slide.
You know, I completely understand why Nivek went for that, because normally it creates a much larger hitbox. Taco knowing that and going, hang on a minute, my meter burn slide goes really low, and just slid straight underneath the meter burn
That was really smart play from Taco. Really impressive stuff. I mean, especially, like I said before, the meter burn electric. Most meter burn projectiles in the game become mid, so you can't neutral crouch them. But a slide makes you much lower than that, and that's why it went through. And he meter burned it, so even if he got hit by the ball, the armor would have collided and he would hit him anyway. So really smart play from Taco.
The question is armor would have collided. Taco didn't have much health there, and that was a meter burn projectile. If he actually traded with the Thunderball, I actually think that it probably would have done enough damage to kill him. So I mean, I think that must have really been some matchup knowledge from Taco, knowing that he goes low enough to the ground to go under any projectile. Because I mean, the meter burn slide does go lower than a lot of specials in the whole game.
This dude's been playing Sub-Zero since day one. That's what you see when someone really dedicates that much time.
He was also a Sub-Zero specialist in Mortal Kombat 9 as well. I mean, this guy knows he knows how to play Sub-Zero. He is no stranger to Sub-Zero, especially when he has an ice clone at his disposal. Oh, nice jump from Nivek. Nivek's going to have to turn it up a notch if he wants to pull through this week.
When we see characters with, neutral jumps that are that powerful, you can clearly anti-air with them sometimes. There's the meter burn choker. Doesn't quite get it. Oh, goes to the punish of the ice ball, but catches a backdash instead.
There's no damage there, but now they're both mid-screen. That's the important thing. Oh, he tries to go for the clone there, but doesn't get the jump in.
Catches the full string. Taco forced to break or put himself in a bad situation. Oh, and another raw slide.
He's reading that big time. I mean, it's unsafe, but he's going for it.
I mean, Nivek has got us quite a significant life lead right now. Not quite sure if he's not up to go in or go for it anyway.
I love how Taco slides, whether he cancels it or not, because he just reacts to the startup animation rather than the projectile. Oh, nice confirm there from Nivek.
And there's the slide again. I mean, Taco using that slide really well just to occupy space and just very fastly advance.
Gets hit by full jump in. Opts to go for the slides, keep him in the corner. Tagged by the ice ball there. Breaks, putting Taco in the corner. Not good situation.
Oh, wow. That would have been chip in that situation. Really smart stuff from Nivek, but Taco's sitting at almost a full bar of meter. This could be bad for Nivek if he gets himself cornered, which he is now. Throws the log once again.
Oh, nice reactions there from Nivek.
Taco reacting with his own slide. I mean, both players playing so reactively right now.
Full jump in, going for the slide again, just to keep him in the corner. You'll often see Taco go for the full string if he wants to throw you behind him, or he'll just go for a regular slide to keep you somewhere.
Oh, that could have been a full jump in from Taco, but unfortunately just spaces it slightly too far. And the same thing from Nivek. Oh, wow, and there's that block jump kick again.
Nice run cancel, just to get that grab.
That'll be a full conversion from Nivek. Taco trying to break, doesn't quite have enough. Oh, and Nivek drops the combo, but that'll be a full conversion as well, and 10% damage.
Nivek with some very uncharacteristic combo drops. This guy's execution normally on point. If you guys saw him play at the Fans' Choice Tournament, his execution was immaculate.
Taco. Oh, run into back two! Nivek forced to break.
Oh, nice read there from Nivek. Knowing that Taco's going to wait for the jump, he gets tagged by the overhead anyway.
There's a jump kick, doesn't confirm. Oh, that might be bad. Oh, wow, actually he manages to hit the jump kick this time, and that'll be a full punish. Taco off to break.
Oh, Taco understands that he needs to stay alive here. Ice clone and lightning ball. I mean, that's pretty funny exchange.
Battle of the elements going on right now.
Oh, we can't afford to take a single more hit. And Nivek knowing that he is in chip territory and he is too close to the clone there.
That was really, the reason that was so smart, right? Nivek realized that they were max distance, as far as the game will let you stand from each other. In that situation, if Sub-Zero clones, normally he clones then backs up behind it. In that situation, you are too far away to do that, so Sub-Zero just clones and stays in place. he stays there. So Nivek realized that, and that's where the Superman dive will no doubt punish the clone on reaction. So really, really intelligent play there from Nivek.
Here we are, 2-2. This is a really good set. I'm really enjoying this. I mean, I think either whatever player wins or loses, they should both be happy with how the set has gone so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it back home. But I mean, we're going to have Grandmaster versus Thunder God again. I mean, I don't think they're going to change characters. Taco has been, solidly using Grandmaster the whole time. Nivek has been using Thunder God the whole time. And, this is not a matchup thing. This is adapting to the player.
Well, I know that you guys at home that put your predictions on are probably feeling pretty stressed out right now and just want this set to be over so you can find out how close you can get to winning one of these.
I mean, that's pretty cool. That is a pretty cool thing. But going into this first hit here, Nivek probably acknowledging he's going to go for a down 4. I mean, normally, players will jump in on prediction of a low normal. All gets tagged by the neutral jump punch, though. Here comes Nivek. Opts to burn a meter this time, goes for the big damage.
Oh, wow. What a conversion. Chunky 37%. Oh, corners himself with that jump in, but manages to get the combo, but he is now cornered himself. Oh, there's a low profiling down 3 again. Really smart from Taco. He doesn't necessarily punish crossovers, but it makes it really difficult for the aggressor to react to last minute. Oh, wow, and there's a jump kick again.
But this is why Nivek is favouring jump kicks over jumping punches. The hitbox of the jump kick is way lower, which means that Sub-Zero is going to block it behind the clone.
Oh, wow, manages to whiff punish with the ice ball just in time. Opts not to put a clone up. There's a jump in. Oh, there's a down 1. Tony Nivek tried to convert, but again, Taco. Match point Nivek, but Taco simply being caught putting out clones at really bad times. That's the main difference we're seeing in this set, is Taco is not being as patient as we've seen him do in the past.
He's getting a bit nervous, I feel like. I mean, he's trying to do wake-up clone just to give himself the breathing space, because Nivek is not letting him breathe. Right as I say that, he gets that neutral jump punch. Instant run-in. He's used his breaker. He has no way to backdash. He has to just run in and take that Raven.
There's the Mia Lightning again.
What a convert from Nivek, and that'll be a 50-50 option. Run cancels, gets hit by the meter burn interaction.
Raid's attack disappearing momentarily.
He's got to be careful because Nivek he was sitting on the bar, but now it's been taken away. Here comes Taco. Wow, that meter burn environment interaction was the break he needed.
Oh, the jump punch whiffs, but that might be it. That might be it.
That's going to be a full conversion. Superman, that's going to take it. Nivek taking it 3-2 against Lowland Lions' own Taco. What a set.
Really, really good set in general. I mean,
all the Greek Raiden players do that. All the Raiden players, they do the full screen thing and then they fatality them.
No, but I can't help but shake the feeling, because we know what these Greek players are like, right? Like, we have played with these guys in person many times.
They showboat. They showboat.
I get the feeling like as we see Raiden do that, they just go, yes! I did it.
They did it with him. They sit in their chair and go, yes!
Yeah. Well, like all of them in a circle, just going, yes!
No doubt. But I mean, that was an amazing set. The Greek guys, the Greek players, shouts to those. I mean, all the guys, Metsa,
some of the most charismatic fighting game players I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely.
Bar none.
Absolutely. What a set, though. 3-2. One of the, that's one of the best sets we've had in a while, I feel. I mean, that was great to watch.
As we can see, Useful Glue manages to take it 3-0 against Hellbringer, so he'll be playing against Geggs, who managed to beat D-Man Sky 3-0, and Happy Pow managed to beat Grugasmic 3-0 as well.
Okay, cool. So going into this next match, was it Geggs versus Useful Glue?
Geggs versus Useful Glue will be our next match.
Sub-Zero. We say this every week, but Europe in the ESL has so many Sub-Zero players. It's quite crazy. We have Mads in, Taco, Hellbringer, I believe, plays Sub-Zero as well. Curtis G as well. I mean, I'm trying to think of these names.
I love that on the spot, the way you tried to react yourself by sort of doing that little...
It worked. I got the name.
You did, to be fair, it did.
It's that tech, man. It's that online. It's that offline tech. We've been going into the match. I think it's Geggs. We saw Geggs use 2 characters last week. He was using...
It has been a while since we've seen him broadcast.
Well, was Geggs the player that did summon a Quan first and then changed to Kettle Khan?
He was, and I believe that was the mid-season showdown. I believe it was, but I don't know for sure. But he did play summon a Quan Chi, and when he lost the first match, he would go to Kettle Khan. We saw him do that in both sets we saw him play. So best of luck to everyone who's making your predictions. You will be able to win one of these statues, these Scorpion Course edition statues, if you manage to get to first place in today's predictions.
Handcrafted, I believe. I mean, those guys at Course do an amazing job.
That trailer was something else, though. That was really clever.
But you guys have 3 minutes, well, probably 2 minutes and 50 seconds, because we took a while, but 3 minutes.
TwitchBot does let everyone know exactly down to the second how long they have left. So pay attention to TwitchBot and you'll be able to find out.
3 minutes of now, Useful Glue versus Geggs. Who do you guys think is going to win? This is in Twitch chat, !predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend, followed by the player that you think is going to win the set. Useful Glue, this is no doubt going to be Summon a Quan or Kelt Khan versus Sub-Zero. I mean, Useful Glue has been playing a lot of Sub-Zero. Honestly, he's been in a bit of a crisis, I think. He's been struggling with what variation to use. I mean, whereas every other Sub-Zero has been picking Grandmaster and sticking with Grandmaster, he's been... We know Glue. I mean, he is a scientist of Mortal Kombat. I mean, he relishes going into training and just finding stuff. And, you know, normally when there is I guess, a flavour of the month, as it were, in Grandmaster Sub-Zero, you know, everyone going, if you're going to pick Sub-Zero, Grandmaster. You know, day one, everyone's saying, if you're going to go Sub-Zero, pick Grandmaster. Glue is the kind of player that will go, well, hang on, if everyone's picking one variation, why don't I experiment with the other two? And then there might be something that is being overlooked currently. That is what Glue does with basically every character he plays in any fighting game. But I think with X, it's been a bit of a, you know, he doesn't want to just play Grandmaster. He's been experimenting with Unbreakable. He's been experimenting with, you guys have seen him use Grandmaster more than any variation. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what variation he picks today. Absolutely. But I mean, you know, hopefully, I guess he's really found his comfort zone by now, because he hasn't got many weeks left.
Well, I want to see who Geggs is going to play. Like I said before, he plays Summoner Quan and War God Kotal Khan. If it is a Sub-Zero Grandmaster that Useful Glue opts to go with, then Summoner Quan Chi cannot get out of the corner.
Quan Chi across all
Grandmaster
three variations cannot get out of that corner. But apart from, if you see Sub-Zero go forward 4-2 clone, back 1-2 clone, Trance will actually punish both of those.
Which is something that Useful Glue knows.
That's
exactly, what I'm worried about.
That's the thing. You know, Useful Glue knows that they're unsafe. So whenever he goes for a clone, he'll often go for forward 4 clone, because that's safe on block. And then if you try and Trance, he runs in and gets a full punish. He understands the matchup. Unfortunately, we actually saw Useful Glue lose to Master VHD Summoner Quan, because the deciding factor was he had Master in the corner, but opted to jump in on presumably on prediction of a jump. One thing we see Glue do, he'll do a jumping punch, put himself in the corner, but then immediately either jump out,
throw back. Back throw is
his
his go-to thing, really. He'll jump himself into the corner with a blocked jumping punch that he knows the opponent's going to want to block, and he'll then go for a back throw immediately, knowing the opponent's thinking, oh, he's cornered himself, I just need to block this follow-up, and then, oh, he's throwing me.
Exactly. I mean,
that's what he really plays on.
Presumably, it didn't work out for him. He let Quan Chi out of the corner, and it was curtains, really, because he let Quan Chi out of the corner. He understands the matchup, and I really hope that he kind of puts that into perspective here, because, you know, Quan Chi versus Sub-Zero is not fun when you get put in that corner. I was talking to Shujinki Dink, Wonder Chef, Super Bowl, you know, all the Quan Chis, and basically it seems like a unanimous decision of, yep, it's not fun being put in the corner against Sub-Zero when you're Quan. And, you know, Super Bowl plays Warlock. You know, obviously I play Sorcerer, Mayo plays Sorcerer, and obviously Wonder Chef and Dink using Summoner. All of us are pretty much like, yep, not fun, not a good experience. You know what I mean?
Like, poor Quan players. If only
right?
You had really good tools to make up for it. Wait a minute.
I know, right? But that's one of the things about playing Quan Chi, which I really like, is I think playing Quan Chi builds your defense fundamentals without, you know, you have no reversal.
You have to get used to playing without relying on wake-up attacks.
Of course. I mean, if you play Quan, you have to really understand that, unless you're playing in Warlock, obviously, with the post-patch Warlock, I have no reversal and I have no wake-up attack, so I need to learn how to defend without one.
And even then, Warlocks is fully unsafe on block. It's -20,
-20.
I believe. So
-20
it's not something to be thrown about willy-nilly.
So it generally does improve. Well, I can't speak for every Quan Chi player, because I don't know whether everyone agrees with me, but I really feel like, you know, playing a character with no defense improves your fundamental defense. You know, if you're in a situation where you have to take,
you kind of have no choice but for that to be the case, though.
Exactly, and if you don't have good defense, then, you know, you can have the best offense in the world, but the second you get tagged once as Quan, you could potentially lose the game. If you have no defense and you get tagged once, that could be it for you if you don't work on how to defend properly. You know, and it's apparent time and time again with a character with such amazing offense. You know, the Summoner Vortex, the Sorcerer Armor and Rune Trap, Warlock having a Vortex of its own as well. In the
yeah. Early on, we saw a lot of aggressive play reign supreme, because obviously early game, you know, when the game is fresh, it is very difficult to learn how to defend against the game's fundamental mechanics, and, you know, what to actually do against it as a defensive player, especially when, you know, you don't know what your reversal is, but what your wake-ups are, when you're still sort of getting to grips with what mechanics are. The game's now, you know, over 2 months old at this point, so players have had plenty of time to understand how to get that defense on deck. You know, obviously every character can do the universal stuff, but, you know, at this point in the game, you know, it has been enough time for players to learn how to defend properly, especially if you haven't got 2
months isn't very long. You know, 2 months isn't a long time.
But it's enough time to learn.
Two months isn't a long time, but as a competitive player, that is more than enough time to learn the game. The bare basics of the game, offense, aggression, spacing, all that stuff. You don't need long to really learn it. It looks like this could, well, yeah, usefully opting to go for Grandmaster Sub-Zero here, but the question is, what character is Geggs going to pick? We know he plays Quan Chi. He can play Kotal Khan. He'll play Quan Chi first, and if he just doesn't think it's going to work, we've seen him change to War God Kotal Khan.
He's hovering over Quan right now. I decided to go for,
there we go.
Summoner Quan Chi is what he's going to go with.
Useful Glue's going to need to really understand this matchup here. You know, understand what he did wrong last time against Master, and basically not make the same mistake twice. I mean, Summoner Quan is a nightmare but it's a nightmare that can be dealt with if you just knock him down or corner.
But then, you know, Geggs is going to have to get that defense on deck. If he gets himself cornered, he's going to have to be very, very careful.
I'm very excited to see what happens here. Useful Glue opting to go straight into Grandmaster.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
You will feel death's cold hand.
Death is my ally.
I love Quan Chi. He's such a cool guy. Oh, he tries to go for a neutral jump punch there. Probably thinking he's going to go for a jump. Oh, delay wake up. Really smart stuff from Geggs. And there's the low confirm. Yes, it's the trance. Here comes Summoner. Here's the Vortex. Oh, gets tagged by the overhead. And this is the Summoner Vortex. Oh, went into the low. Really good stuff. Geggs faking out the overhead. Going low this time. Oh, he tries to go for the environment interaction. Here comes the zoning. Summoner getting amazing zoning in this game, and that's going to be round 1 to Geggs.
Brother had more heart.
But Geggs sitting with no bar right now, but you know, he still has all that crazy meterless damage.
Oh, useful glue, no whiff punish there, gets tagged by a neutral jump punch. There's the standing reset once again. This is Summoner, ladies and gentlemen. Catch one trance and make it really difficult. Oh, and there's the input error by Geggs. And he's going to get a full punish there. Into corner carry, drops the combo, unfortunately. Useful glue, just we've said this time and time again, his execution is to be desired at times. Oh, it goes for the immediate burn clone, but then gets tagged by the rune. Gets the downfall, gets him out of the corner, but Geggs managing to jump him back in, right again. Oh, this could be bad for Useful glue. All goes to the full combo. This will be the game. Oh no, Geggs drops the follow-up, but Useful glue caught hitting buttons on the way up. And Geggs will take game 1 quite swiftly as well. I mean, Useful glue was trying to get stuff going there, but it was just really badly spaced jumps that whiffed all the time. I think that's mainly what it came down to.
Geggs is showing a really good understanding of just how to play Summoner Quan Chi, how to get that trance, and just how to enforce that really difficult to block 50-50s that just loop into each other.
Well, that's the strength of Summoner. Summoner is really a touch of death character. I mean, he can touch you once, and then, you know, that one trance that he got on you at the start of the round could be all he needs to win, because it's going to be, you know, hard to block mix-up into hard to block mix-up, you know. But the difference is, if he opts to spend no meter and commits all of those mix-ups into a raw trance, it's fully unsafe on block. So, you know, it's going to come down to whether Useful Glue can actually get those punishes on the go. Yep, gone back to Grandmaster by the looks of things. Yeah, it's going to be a straight-up rematch. Grandmaster Sub-Zero versus Summoner Quan again. Useful Glue didn't really get a chance to get anything going. He tried to get him in the corner once, but then actually ate a wake-up regular rune, which is very unconventional. You don't really see Quan Chi's go to that very much, but it did work out for Geggs there. He got the hit, and he did, you know, eliminate the clone, because if that was a meatburn clone, Sub-Zero took damage, which got rid of the clone entirely.
So Geggs got 2 more to win to advance.
But yeah, we
still has the games to do it, but we'll have to wait and see what he can do.
Oh, there's that clean jump in from Useful Glue, knowing he's going to go for a rune.
There's the hard knockdown, meter burn clone. Oh wow! Oh, really smart from Useful Glue. 37% using the meter burn clone shatter.
Oh, and he down 3's the clone. Hard knockdown into clone again. Oh, and then the shatter again. Oh, he tags him though. Here comes Geggs.
Has the trance.
We talked about touch of death, guys. Is this going to be? Is this going to be that touch of death we talked about just a minute ago?
Opts to go for the full combo. Goes to hard knockdown. No doubt the hard to blockable coming up right now.
Oh, and he gets hit by the hard to blockable.
Is he going to opt to go for it again? I mean, if I were Geggs, I would do the exact same thing in this situation.
He's going to try and wake up slide. Oh, and he gets hit by a grab.
Oh, he tags him. But Geggs went for the sky drop. The sky drop on the jump back. But Useful Glue tags it in case. That was almost a full health comeback from Geggs. Just using that corner that Summoner Quan just absolutely adores.
Oh, he's getting caught pressing buttons there. He's getting caught pressing buttons. Here comes the zoning.
There's the skull. Oh, I have to respect that follow-up. It's almost like Nightwing's ground pound in Injustice. You just have to respect like another follow-up after.
It is exactly the same scenario, really. I mean, you have to respect it. Oh, no whiff punish from Useful Glue.
Oh, catches the combo. Jump in.
No convert, though, from Useful Glue.
There's the break from Geggs, realizing, oh man, just get cornered though. This is going to be bad for him.
Opts to walk back and then do a clone instead of just putting a clone out.
That was a good read from Geggs. Opts to go for the close rune, right, on assuming that Useful Glue's going to jump in. Getting hit by literally every single mix-up from a trance right now, Useful Glue.
And now it's going to be a full combo. Wow, Geggs is actually has him in the corner as well. I mean, this is not where you want to be against someone like Quan, because the Vortex is everywhere on the screen, but in the corner he just gets more damage from every touch.
Jumping again, blocks into the clone.
Oh, he tried to go for a punish there.
It's down 3. It's a jump over. Oh, no trance from Geggs. Goes to this time though, and that will be the meter.
Here comes that Vortex that we know Geggs can do. full combo, hard knockdown into the hard to blockable.
Goes to the mid-bang just to make it trade. Oh, gets the full forward 4-2.
That's actually not a bad trade for Sub-Zero, knocking him down. Here we go again. Here comes Use for Glue. Double overhead.
Nice
sequence, amazing sequence from Use for Glue. That is the matchup.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that right there is it. If Quan gets cornered, it's really difficult. But if Sub-Zero gets hit by literally any trance anywhere on screen, you're looking at hard to blockable.
But the thing is, like, let's also talk about the fact that that game was Use for Glue not dropping any combos as well. We've seen time and time again, Use for Glue. He's not. Let's be. He's one of our guys. We love him, but online is not his forte. His execution online can really struggle at times, and it does cost him tournament sets. But that one game, he didn't drop any combos, and the damage paid off. Keeping them in the corner, not dropping damage, getting what he needs, and it was a much better game for him.
But then turn it around and look at Geggs in these games. He's getting the trance, and he isn't dropping any of these
He's making it count.
He is getting the trance, and it is 100% execution from Geggs. He's like managing to land everything. And the one time we saw him drop it, it cost him the corner pressure. So, it's a testament to how the execution is important, how it's important to get used to playing in these conditions.
I like how during that sort of pseudo unblockable setup that Geggs used, Use for Glue opted to do the meter burn shatter. So he traded. They traded hits, but because he's in the air in the neutral jump punch, he got sent miles away, which actually saved Sub-Zero from the corner. I don't know whether Use for Glue is going to bear that in mind, and he might try that again. I don't know whether he can actually get it.
It's like Geggs is running the rematch now, because he has decided to stick with someone a Quan.
I agree with running the rematch. I agree with doing the rematch here, but you're going into this game now, both players ready to go.
Gets the full jump in! No confirm though, managed to get a down 4 and hit instead.
Oh, gets blocked it, tags him with a down 3, and here comes that zoning once again. Geggs reluctant to spend all of his bar, he's only got 1 bar.
There's the patience from Use for Glue. Oh man, just to badly time the jump in, and that does get Geggs the back 2, but he drops the combo!
Oh, but he gets the air to air anyway, does drop the follow-up.
There's Mid-Bang Chatter, and there's conversion, managing to corner Geggs himself. Oh, beats the jump, but Geggs, really good environment interaction. Really good backdash to just challenge that back 2 follow-up against the back 2 into trance. That is so unsafe, but Geggs manages to get the read.
Use for Glue just getting caught, not really pressing buttons, and it just kind of gives Geggs those 50-50s. Oh, and nice jump back. Nice jump back from Geggs.
But Use for Glue sitting at almost 3 bars of meter, but I would like to see Use for Glue do a lot more whiff punishing in these situations, because he's whiffing a lot of runes, a lot of down 4s, like a lot of back 2s, like moves that you can fully punish if you catch him doing it.
And right there, tries to get the jump in, but Geggs caught max range. All pressing buttons.
That'll be a full combo into hard knockdown. There's the clone once again. Oh, down 3s!
Oh, unfortunate situation there.
Geggs going into just big damage right now. How much is going to do?
Oh, hard damage. This will be that hard to blockable. Oh, he tries to get he tries to go for the minion.
I really like how Geggs is hit confirming those 50-50s though. Like, Geggs is showing a lot of understanding of this character right now.
Oh, full jump in, Use for Glue.
Catches the back 2, and there's the refreeze! Oh, drops the combo because of it though, and there it is! Sub-Zero won 1 round.
I mean, this looks difficult for both players. I mean, when Geggs gets put in the corner, it's difficult, but when Use for Glue is far away, that's hard for him. It's a matchup of needing to corner Quan Chi. Nice down into the down 4 there. We're punishing the down 4.
Oh wow, Geggs jumps straight into the clone, opts the breakout, does not want to get cornered, and there's the trip guard with the back 2. Really smart from Geggs.
Nice patience there from Geggs. Oh, he doesn't get what he was after, but does get the back 2 anyway.
I mean, that sort of situation, that is reactable. You can see the bat is obviously going to come first. And again, literally the same situation, but Use for Glue trying to jump out, cannot jump out. 2+. Let's get hit by that as well. But he drops the follow-up, gives Use for Glue the way out, and he manages to get the corner for reversal. And there's a wake up,
neutral jump punch. Really smart read there from Geggs, knowing that he's going to do a delayed jumping punch to try and get it on the ground. Oh, that's a hard knockdown.
And there's the meter burn sky drop.
Nice read there from Geggs. Nice read there from Geggs. I mean,
he had the life to work with. He had the life to work with, so why not chuck something like that out if it's going to win you the match, especially.
Quan Chi wins.
So 2-1 to Geggs now, looking 1 game away from making his way into top 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's quite tricky. I mean, Geggs managed to fight his way out of the corner, and that's the important thing as Quan Chi. It's being able to kind of acknowledge that it's not a good situation for you, but Geggs got reads on neutral jump punch. He got reads on certain moves that we're getting thrown out there, I guess. And Geggs just getting not only getting the combo, but when you fight your way out of the corner as Quan Chi, you then establish that corner pressure yourself. So it's kind of you immediately, I guess, reverse the momentum into your own favor.
But then Grandmaster Sub-Zero comes into play and corners you and chugs a clone up.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, that's it. I mean, it's a game of corner. It's a game of putting them in the corner. If you're not cornering the opponent, then it's tricky. But I mean, Geggs is doing a good job of fighting his way out there. We're not seeing enough sort of, I guess, whiff punishes. I mean, he's whiffing a lot of runes. Right, going into this next game now. The first hit's going to go to Use for Glue, getting it down 4.
Geggs really good block on the 1-2. And the meat by Ice Ball just make it safe. Oh, gets the full jump in, but doesn't confirm it. Oh wow,
full
again.
jump in!
We're seeing a lot of damage taken to just Use for Glue reading those runes. There's the hard knockdown. Oh, and there's the overhead on the clone. Really good block from Geggs. Tries to do a raw back 2. Here comes Use for Glue. The pressure. I'd like to see him just get a lot more. There you go, another clone on the screen. That is what's giving Geggs problems. Oh, tries to anti-cross up down 2, but eats the jump in.
He tries to anti-cross up there. I mean, Quan's down 2, such a godlike normal. But I mean, in that situation, just shutting it down.
That's a down 4, attempts the trip guard, doesn't quite get it. Back on 2, Meteor Burn. I'm not sure why Use for Glue's opting to spend so much bars on mid-screen ice clones. Oh, and he gets hit by the same mix-up. I mean, that mix-up he's been hit by time and time again. Obviously go for the damage this time into the corner splat. No doubt going to go into the hard to blockable stuff. Oh, there's a block from Use for Glue.
Gets the block he needs.
Oh, uses the Meteor Burn there as well. Manages to get the bar away from Geggs. Oh, no, it's up to the corner. That's what we saw him do against Master VHD, and it did not pay out for him. Geggs caught jumping out of the corner, forced to break. But that was a good break for him. I mean, it got rid of the clone. There's the conversion from Geggs. Goes to the damage, into the hard knockdown once again. Into the bat. Oh, opts not to use his bar. There's the down 4 trip guard. Oh, really good jump from Geggs to read the throw, and that will be the air tag conversion. Geggs will no doubt be on match point after this. Oh, not quite! And there's a jump in again. Use for Glue. Way too many jump-ins here.
Absolutely. I mean, match point for Geggs. That was actually a break that Glue could have done with. I mean, it would have been a hard comeback to make, but, you know, Sub-Zero's a good character for that. Let's jump in skull. Oh, really good whip punish with a slide. Oh, and he gets the jump back into back 2 again.
Misses it again, and again that hits the back 2. Oh, Geggs, good back, and again there's the low bat into overhead. Not once has Use for Glue managed to block this.
Oh, and again, Use for Glue getting hit by the same. It's literally looping into itself, and again low overhead. Maybe a full combo punish. Oh, to go for the jump, no punish on Quan Chi there. That was crucial.
And there's the back 2 once again. There's the Meteor Burn. Oh, trade in the air. This is looking really tough for Use for Glue right now. There's the Meteor Burn Ice Ball. Just make it safe. And there's the
Sky Drop. This is looking bad for Use for Glue. And Geggs takes it over Use for Glue 3-1. What cost it there was the fact that he had Quan in the corner. He had Quan in the corner, he had a free punish, and he opts to jump instead. And I think that was what cost it. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate to see that kind of thing happen. But you know, Geggs moving on, clearly understanding.
No, well played to Geggs, like really just making the most of these crazy hard to blockable setups. However, you know, with that said, we were seeing low bat into back 2 a lot. You can react to that. It is like, especially when used that much in a set. You know exactly when that's going to hit you. You know it's going to go low overhead, especially when it's used in the exact same way time and time again. So really well played to Geggs for just recognizing that this is not getting blocked. I have no reason to stop doing this. And he kept doing it, and it worked out for him. So really good adaptation from Geggs to realize what mix-ups are working and which ones weren't.
In some regard, it's no longer a mix-up, really. I mean, when he does standing 4 into down bat into back 2 every single time,
it's not a mix-up. It's a setup.
Yeah, it's not a mix-up anymore. You know, and unfortunately, you know, Glue got hit by it basically every single time. Which is, it's unfortunate to see, but I mean, you know, Use for Glue getting top 16. Unfortunately, you know, he's at a point where he needed to get top 4 at least. I think this in essence was almost his last chance to really get points to make it count. But Geggs moving on. You know, Geggs going to be moving on. Let's have the next match now, which is going to be Happy Power versus Fasol. Fasol is actually in the top 5 point places. At this rate, if he does really well this week, he is also going to be one of those players potentially going into Burbank for the top 16.
I mean, it's the same for many players that are in this top 16 that are, you know, points between each other. But, you know, if you don't get top 4, top 2, I mean, if you lose this week, it's kind of like for the 2 weeks left, you get second place or nothing, or you don't go to Burbank. And Fasol is sitting comfortably in that top 4 position. However, like we said right at the start of the day, there are plenty of players who are consistently placing well, who, with, you know, some second places, some third, fourth, might be able to take him over. So, you know, if he manages to win this and bags himself 4th place, he's got himself at least another 50 placement points. If he gets 4th today, I think, you know, his spot is safe for at least another week.
Yeah, no, that one. Also, you also have to take into consideration, I guess, consistency and placing. If Fassel does really well this week, Fassel enters every single week, so there's always the chance that Fassel will come back. Mitsuones enters every single week. Nivek, he tries to enter every single week as well. So these guys that are doing well and could potentially do well today, they're going to be coming back every single week, just giving themselves more and more points. But I mean, Fassel he seems to have really specialised in Kung Lao.
He's super consistent as well.
Plays,
That's what I like about Fassel. He's here every week.
He plays Tempest and Buzzsaw. So he knows how to play the two, I guess, the main variations of Kung Lao in the ability to, I guess, pick the variation depending on what the situation is. Buzzsaw is good, but it doesn't do as much damage as Tempest, undeniably, but it gives you some more, I guess, counter zoning and mix-up potential in the low hat. At the speed of which it recovers, the fact that it is a low that you have to block, counter poking opportunities with Meatburn Spin. But Tempest just gives you that raw damage. It gives you that raw damage that you need. It puts him in a situation where he has no mix-ups, but he will constantly chip you. But you have 3 minutes as of now, guys, to make that prediction of who you think is going to win. If you think Fassel is going to win, then it's done in Twitch chat by doing !predict followed by the points you'd like to spend, up to 10, followed by the player that you think is going to win the set. Hopefully you guys have been successful so far. Those that are really successful have a chance to win one of these. These are Course Edition Scorpion statues, which are really, really cool, actually. We've got a couple at home, and they were only released in America, as far as I'm aware. So super cool that some of you guys at home might have a chance to win one of these.
Obviously, you can go on YouTube and check out, you can go on the Mortal Kombat community manager page, check out the Course Edition trailer. You can find out how these were made and how the process of that skin managed to make it into the game as well. So check that out if you can. And we'll see Fassel come up against Happy today, who I don't think we've seen him play the top 16 before.
I don't recognise...
And he's managed to make his way into top 8 this week. So yeah, he's obviously knows what he's doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing this.
I don't recognise the chap's name. I don't think we've seen him in the top 16 before.
We definitely haven't seen him play on the on stream.
At the very least, we haven't seen him play on stream yet. But I mean, Fassel, it's safe to bet that he's going to go for Kung Lao because Kung Lao has given him the most success in this league. So who knows? Who knows who his opponent's going to be playing? But I mean, either way, we're no doubt going to probably see some Kung Lao this week. DreamHack, we saw a fair few Kung Laos.
There was a lot of Kung Lao at DreamHack. I mean, not just because Foxy was there, but I'm still a daddy. He plays a lot of Kung Lao. We saw that fella's name, who I cannot pronounce and cannot remember for the life of me.
It was a good name though. It was a cool name. But he played Tempest, didn't he? He did play.
He got fine. He did really well. He managed to do. It was a 3-2 set to him and Mr. Aquari. Mr. Aquari, a name you've seen week in week out on this league. He is not in top 16 this week because he too was at DreamHack. His first offline tournament, and he managed to take 4th place. That's not bad at all, But that's what we see. He got his experience in the league, managed to go to an offline tournament, which was quite stacked with a lot of good players. Managed to take 4th. So, it goes to show that practice does make perfect.
Oh, of course. I mean, Mr. Aquari is one of those players that he has been on a journey since the game came out. I mean, MKX was his first competitive game. He has never entered tournaments before Mortal Kombat X came out. Played Aaron Black and Sonya at first, and then really found his comfort zone in Sonya. And then, as each week he has been getting better and better. Playing us on our streams, playing in these ESL tournaments, and week by week he does improve. Go to DreamHack, his first offline tournament, enters it, gets top 4. So huge congratulations to him for doing well there, and we'll no doubt see him, once or twice more in this league as well.
He's only got 2 more opportunities. That's the thing. We are approaching 2 more weeks after this. We have this Sunday's qualifiers, which will be played out this time next week, and then we've got the week next week's Sunday's qualifiers, which get played out in 2 weeks, and that's it. That is all we've got left for the qualifiers this for Season 1.
And then all that is left is the Burbank, minimum 100k pot.
Minimum 100k, and that's now. And that's
minimum 100k.
We still have time. There is still time for people to pick up that blue steel Sub-Zero
got
skin.
there in the end.
Oh, blimey. To get more money put into that prize fund. So if you at home want to support the competitive scene, if you don't play, but you still like watching the plays, you still want to support the community, pick up the blue steel skin and add money to that prize pot. And I can assure you there'll be 16 players who will appreciate it.
Well, more than I'd appreciate that. 17. You know what I mean? You guys are doing well.
You may just be able to give Sonic Fox a tremendous amount of money, or Foxy Grandpa, or anyone else who qualifies.
You're just suggesting that Sonic Fox wins the whole thing. I mean, he may be dominant, but who knows? There'll be a bunch of Europeans, some Russian guys going. A bunch of players.
CIS finals. We see top 8 this weekend.
Of course.
We're going to be here. We're going to be watching that. Can't wait.
It's going to be good. It's going to be very, very, very strong. But I mean, I'm really excited for this top 16 because I can't remember off the top of my head who the top places are in America, but I do believe Sonic Fox is there, Rio is there.
Sonic Fox won the mid-season showdown, so he's guaranteed.
Oh yeah, Sonic Fox is guaranteed. But I mean, we have Rio is up there, I do believe. Pick
Dab,
of the Hut, actually.
Yeah, Pick of the Hut places consistently. Dab does as well.
Perfect Legend won last week for America. Really sort of reasserting his dominance, I guess, as an MK player. He seems to have found his comfort in Tempest Lao again. And he's done really well last week. Pick of the Hut got second place. You have players like Bread, Dab, those guys doing consistently
Shujinki
well.
Dink's there all the time as well.
It's unfortunate that Shujinki Dink is fighting Dab every week. I think Dab really at the moment is his ESL demon, and he has to fight him every week.
Well, that's it, man. They can't. You have to beat the players. That's it. Like if you enter these top 16s, you have to be able to beat everybody if you're going to be able to be, going to Burbank.
If you are the best of that week, you have to be able to beat everyone.
If you can't beat them now, how are you going to beat them on the finals? On the July 11th.
Basically, yes, absolutely. I mean, we apologise for the delay, guys. We're setting up this match for you, trying to get Fastball's opponent in, ready to go. But I think for the time being, I mean, the players that we've had today. I mean, who is your pick to win this week? Do you think?
I am going to be safe and assume Nivek. Nivek is my favourite to win this week because consistency, man. Like consistency and ability with this character. I mean, he lost game 1 convincingly to Taco, but we saw him make that clutch adjustment. Yes, it was a 3-2 set. I understand it was a close set, but Nivek did manage to bring it back on that. He's consistently played well, plays as well. And the characters that are left, the players that play these characters left in the game, I know Nivek understands how to fight. So, I would like to see an upset and, maybe someone will be able to take Nivek down, like we saw White Black managed to defeat Nivek 3-0 quite convincingly last week. But White Black isn't here this week. Foxy Grandpa's not here. Madzin's not here. Like all the players that normally give Nivek problems are not here this week. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, Madzin, also another player that he qualified mid-season showdown winner. Madzin is your first European player that will be at the Burbank finals for that minimum 100k pot. I think he might try and enter some ESLs now he has the chance to, but I think that Madsen at the moment is trying to now, most weekends, see what Mortal Kombat Cup qualifiers he can enter instead. I feel like he's now secure, he's in, he's going to Burbank, and I think he's now just trying to either experiment with other characters. We've also seen him play Blood God, even though Madden has told us time and time again that he doesn't think that Blood God is tournament safe, in essence.
Especially when your backup is Grandmaster Sub-Zero as well.
Of course. I mean, Grandmaster Sub-Zero is just a very safe pick in the game. I mean, when he corners anyone in the game, it's kind of difficult for them. But we saw White Black fight Madden, and Dragon's Fire Liu Kang actually seemed quite tricky for Sub-Zero.
It does seem quite difficult. I mean, obviously we saw Madden make the change to Unbreakable, which I was really happy to see. Acknowledging that the clone, which is obviously what you get in Grandmaster, just wasn't doing a lot of work in the matchup. Swap to Unbreakable in the set was a lot more back and forth. I mean, yes, Madden did still lose that set to White Black, but it was a lot better that time. He stood a lot more of a chance, I feel.
Well, I think that's one of the things is that the low fireball kind of shut down clone from anywhere other than up close. And when you're up close, Liu Kang can consistently punish Ice Ball. The Ice Clone with the bicycle kick, especially seeing as a bicycle kick in was it Dragon's Fire? We just said, didn't we?
Yes, Dragon's Fire is one of the bicycle.
I was going to say Dragon's Fury, but I know that's
Dragon's
Fury.
Fury.
That's not the variation. That's not the. It's a cool name. It could be a cool name.
It's not. Dragon's Fire is infinitely better.
Which is no doubt why they went with that name. Dragon's Fury might have been.
This is why you want another design team.
No doubt about it.
Dragon's
but I mean,
Fury.
Hey, it sounded better in my head than it did.
Although your Sub-Zero skin idea was pretty.
What the noob Cybot idea of if that would be a cool skin, I think. If Noob Cybot's not in the game, and
what is your skin idea?
I said this to Madsen. I said, Madsen, you want to play Noob Cybot, and Noob Cybot's not in the game. So what could they do? They could take Revenant Sub-Zero or someone like Sub-Zero skin and just make him black. Take the Ice Clone. The Ice Clone just becomes black instead. Has the ink on it, and that's it. You don't need Noob Cybot in the game. You can just play Sub-Zero.
Give him some voice files talking about how I wish I was Noob Cybot instead of Sub-Zero.
And then that's it. That's the only skin that you need. Happy days. All Noob Cybot players can rejoice. You don't have to give me royalties for that. That's my idea, and I think it's a good idea. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Dragon's Fury isn't though.
Dragon's Fury. Oh my god.
All right, so we're going to be moving to Mitsuones versus Pulsar instead, as we're having some connection difficulties with Fast On and Happy. So we're going to change to a different match for now. We'll get the other one to you as soon as we can. But we're going to be seeing Pulsar versus Mitsuones. Pulsar, like I said before, made the change to Shinnok some time ago now.
Played Ermac first, didn't he?
Yeah, played Ermac first with a really powerful Ermac, but I think he made the change to Shinnok, and we're seeing him get a lot of success in the ESL weeklies with it. So And Shinnok is a really good character to play against Scorpion with. I really, really do enjoy that matchup. I think it does really well for him.
Well, the thing is, that's the thing about Shinnok versus Scorpion. We've explained this matchup in the past, but the strength of Imposter Shinnok versus Scorpion, specifically with Imposter, you steal the spear. So that basically means that you get true Vortex versus Scorpion. You can put the same mix-up on him that he can put on you. So Mimic leaves restanding. You've got an overhead option that launches, a low, which can go into Hell Sparks. On hit, combos. On block, can hit confirm into Hell Sparks for plus 24 frames. But if you have the Scorpion Spear stolen, you can do combo into Mimic. And then he's basically free to your mix-up. You can go overhead, you can go low, you can do 2 different ways to throw, which will do 16% damage each time. Each time you get that hit on the high or low, or even if he's trying to take a throw and you get a button press, you can get about 40% damage and just chain that back into itself, into the same mix-up once again. So I actually feel like Shinnok does a really good job versus Scorpion. I guess the question is whether Pulsar really enforces that, the stuff that Shinnok really gets versus Scorpion.
Well, he's consistently placing well. He does use Shinnok, so he understands this character. Like, he knows what to do with him. So I have no doubt he's played a few Scorpions the way here. But at the same time, I've played against Mitsuones before. I've given him sets. And he should at this point understand Shinnok. So, I guess I have to wait and see. I mean, at this point, like I've said before, we are 6 weeks into this, and this is not the time to be seeing matchup unfamiliarity. Not to be seeing, just general, not really understanding what to do against characters that you see a lot. Like, if we are 6 weeks in and you are not ready for Scorpion, you need to be ready for Scorpion. You know what I mean? Like, you just need to be at this point.
Well, let's not forget, I mean, you guys at home, I'm pretty sure we all know how to fight Inferno Scorpion at this point. Anyone that plays ranked online will know how to fight Inferno Scorpion by now. He's a pretty popular character. We talked about the stats. The stats are like, total wins with Warlock Quan, like 2 million, or something like that.
Total wins with like Quart and Morigoro, like 1 million, 0.5.
Total wins with Inferno Scorpion, like 20 million. That's pretty different.
It's something else. It's something else.
At some point, while we look at this mono, we might even see the stats, and we can reflect on the stats.
I would like to, at one point, just to catch a glimpse of it.
But the one thing is that Shinnok gets Tricky Portal, which in the neutral only works when it doesn't get punished. So you can actually punish Tricky Portal in the neutral. If he jumps and you think he's going to do Tricky Portal from far away, neutral jump with him, and then on reaction to Tricky Portal, neutral jump punch. Every character in the game can do that. I've never seen Mitsuones ever try and do it, so I don't know whether he knows about it. But full screen Inferno Scorpion versus Shinnok, you can't really challenge Scorpion from full screen. So Mitsuones might be able to get a little bit of his pseudo 50/50
You cannot
game.
Tricky Portal on reaction to minions, because if he does overhead minion, it will track you behind him. So for example, if you do Tricky Portal as he does the overhead minion, you'll Tricky Portal behind him, and the low minion will appear behind him and hit you anyway. So Tricky Portal is not really something you can rely on in the matchup, I feel. However, you don't really need it. That's the thing. Like, you only really would benefit from Tricky Portal in the matchup if you can do it on reaction to projectiles, on prediction of grounded attacks, which obviously give you a free way in, or if you're trying to jail it in from some crazy pressure string or something like that,
like a jumping kick or a jumping punch.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I mean, we do once again apologise for the delay, guys. We're just trying to get Pulsar in the room. But I mean, it's an explosive matchup. It's a game of when one player gets the touch, then that the sequence begins essentially, and whoever gets that hit then is in a good situation. So Scorpion can touch Shinnok and then put him in a mix-up. Shinnok can touch Scorpion, put him in a mix-up. So it's there's going to be a lot of grounded game here, and again, importantly, really to emphasise that Pulsar needs to punish Mitsuones.
Yes,
we see Mitsuones. He goes for a lot of gut reads. He makes a lot of hard reads on people. And you need to punish those when they're not correct. If he commits to something and goes, I think this is going to work, and he commits to a mix-up, it's like 80% of the time, one of Mitsuones' mix-ups that he has committed to fully will be unsafe on block. And if you're Shinnok versus Scorpion, that's like 40% into Vortex, into a mix-up. So he's going to have to be careful. If Pulsar knows the punishes and he knows this matchup, Mitsuones is going to have to be very, very careful about how he approaches.
We say it every time when Mitsuones plays. I mean, he plays unsafe. He does. If you don't punish him, he will beat you, because he is going to continuously do these attacks that you should be punishing. And if you aren't, it's not his problem. He's going to take full advantage of it. He's going to run away with the game. He's going to do all that damage. He's going to do it risk-free, just understanding that this guy, I'm all over him. He doesn't know what to do about it. So he's just going to play his game and probably win the set if you don't punish him.
But I mean, we have these guys that we have left. So we have Gegs up. We have Gegs still in the tournament. We have Nivek. It's going to be quite a nuts end to the tournament. We have Summoner Quan, Thunder God Raiden.
Well, Nivek is waiting for the winner of this match. Nivek will have to play either Pulsar or Mitsuones. So he's going to have to fight either Shinnok or Scorpion.
Well, we saw.
I would love to see Nivek fight Mitsuones.
Nivek has fought Mitsuones in the preseason, and it was a bit of a blow-up. I mean, yeah, they fought a long time ago, though. It was a long time ago. So, both players have improved. Both players have, they've learned matchups better by now. Both of them have done, I'm sure of it. But when Nivek fought Mitsuones in the pre-season finals, it was a blow-up. I think it was the 4th week, I believe. Or, no, either the 4th or 2nd. One of the two.
I believe it was the last one.
But Mitsuones got 2nd place in that tournament, fought Nivek, but Nivek really kind of had his number in that set. I mean, to the point where literally Nivek was on match point and was so convinced that Mitsuones was going to do a panic wake-up attack that he just did a raw X-ray in his face. There was no reason for Nivek to do that. He could have done anything else, but he was so confident that, I know what you're going to do, and to prove it, here's an X-ray, and it worked. I mean, Nivek had his number in that grand final step.
Especially when you have, the reason it seems quite disrespectful when you do a raw X-ray like that, if it's armored, is Raiden's got a Meteor Burn Shocker. That's better in every situation for that. But if you do an X-ray,
it's the same damage.
I don't care if it's just 1 bar or 3 bars. I'm just going to do that, and then, I've hit you. I didn't have to do it. I could have just done a Shocker to be safer, but no point, because I know you're going to do it. And he did it, and it worked.
Yeah, well, let's also not forget that Nivek is one of your Mortal Kombat Cup qualifiers. He is Greece's representative. He's got himself a cool belt, like Taco did. He's got himself a cool championship belt, and we're going to see him again offline. You guys have seen him offline anyway. You saw him at the Fans' Choice Tournament, defeating Purple Legend, defeating Justin Wong. 7 straight games off Foxy. We've said this time and time again. We're going to see that guy in the Japan Con finals. But I'd like to see Nivek do well for himself. I'd like to see Nivek get some really important placement points because I think honestly, I feel like he needs to be one of the representatives. He's such a solid player, and he has been for years.
It would be a shame for Nivek not to be in Burbank, but he has to earn his place. That's
it.
We have players here
like
that
everyone else.
Consistently placed. They are earning their spot. He's in the process of doing the same, but he is a few sets away from being able to take it. For now, we are going into Pulsar versus Mitsuones. Shinnok versus Scorpion, as we thought. Or goes to overhead minion.
A lot of these risky point-blank minions. Blocks the overhead.
As does Pulsar. Mitsuones, raw slide in the neutral. Bags it forward. Forward, 2-2. Hit confirm into the Meteor Burn Hellsparks. There's the restand in the Imposter Mimic.
He gets the 16% grab. Now the question is, Mitsuones has 3 bars. Is he going to wake up teleport? Yes, he is. And he cancels it as always. Goes for the other option.
There's the down 4.
Commits the low, but jump up and hits. Gets the jump distance like minion.
Mitsuones 3 bars to spend right now. This is dangerous territory for Pulsar to be in.
What's the mix-up? Gets the low, makes it safe. Wow, he's actually safe on block, but he's still minus there. Surprising that worked.
That's because Pulsar went for a standing 1 instead. And there's the raw down 4 to take it for Mitsuones round 1. Really strong round from both players. But Pulsar still has the Scorpion Spear stock, so we'll get a restand from that nonetheless.
And there's that prediction on the tricky portal. Into the hit. What is the mix-up? He's going to combo it into... he does drop the combo, unfortunately. Mitsuones actually caught blocking overhead twice.
And there's the Hellsparks. Mitsuones caught pressing buttons. No capitalizing on the down 4. And once again, goes to the overhead instead. Good block on the overhead. Instant jump kick.
And there's that cancel teleport that Mitsuones really likes to go to.
Doesn't catch it.
Full combo punish. And here comes Pulsar's Imposter Shinnok pressure. This next mix-up could kill, and he goes for the grab instead.
Has the spear stocked.
Well, last time we saw a wake-up attack, so is he going to do it again? Yes. And there we go.
Wow, and there's a raw down 2. And once again, Pulsar finds himself with the spear.
Pulsar's onto him there. I mean, he knows that last time he did grab your wake-up attack, and he cancelled it. Mitsuones will cancel his teleport most of the time,
low into low minion. Not a mix-up, but continuously hits people. There's the restand. He's over here this time. There's the punish on the spear that he needs, but good break for Mitsuones.
Nice prediction on the tricky portal there from Mitsuones. That is the punish we talked about. You jump with him and then neutral charge punch on reaction to the tricky portal.
Here's the low. This will be game if he doesn't drop this follow-up.
I wonder what that stance change was for. Do you reckon that was to kind of screw with him in a way?
I'm not sure, but whatever it was, it worked. That was a really powerful round for Mitsuones. I love the punish on tricky portal on reaction. And in general, Mitsuones, yes, he plays incredibly, I don't want to say random, but very risky and very unsafe. However, he is showing us that he can adapt and he can make those adjustments depending on the matchup.
That's actually the first time I've ever seen Mitsuones do what I would like to call a matchup-specific punish. Most of the times, Mitsuones would always kind of try and punish a move with forward 2, even if it's not punishable, whatever. He'll try and punish anything with forward 2, even if he can get 2-on-4 full combo punish.
But this time, Shinnok left the ground. He jumped with him. As soon as he's from Vanish, neutral jump punch. Every character in the game can do that. We've been saying this for weeks and weeks. That is a legit punish on Tricky Ball, and every character can do it. Mitsuones obviously showing matchup knowledge, which is what you need at this point, so I'm really happy to see that.
Pulsar going for he's gone for Imposter again. I mean, like I said, that wasn't a character thing. Sometimes when people go for character changes, it's not the character or the variation that was responsible for the loss. It was the adaptation.
But what started the sequence? back 3 low minion. The Mitsuone special. And that started the whole thing for him, and that did get him the process into the 50-50s, into the match win.
Absolutely, but going into this next match, we have got a straight-up rematch on the Dead Forest right now. Oh, Mitsuone gets the first hit. That's quite imperative to get the first hit against Shinnok.
Oh, meter burn shoulder on the wake-up.
Oh, no hit confirm. No punish on Hellsparks. Pulsar, no doubt having to remember that.
And Mitsuone's again with a good break. Oh, wow, and once again, Mitsuone punishes Tricky Paul.
Here comes the mix-up. Gets the low.
This is the sequence. This is the Mitsuone sequence. The restand goes to the throw finally. Mitsuone's doing. Understanding that as an option he goes to, so he knows that people that play will expect it. So then he started going for the extra 50-50s.
Oh, spends the bar.
And
Spends
again,
both bars.
oh, needs to jump kick instead of a punch. Oh, there's the overhead he needs. And that's the restand. Mitsuone's very quickly approaching a breaker right now. Oh, Manchester down 3. That was huge.
Oh, he opted to go for the energy jump punch instead. Oh, an amazing bait. I mean, that was a great sequence for Pulsar.
Needs jump punch to make him jump. As soon as Mitsuone sees that nothing happens, he tries to teleport. Really good mind games from Pulsar.
Catches the grab, gets good damage on that.
Oh wow, that's a tricky ball. Going to the kick a lot, I've noticed from Pulsar. I mean, a lot of the time. So he sees a minion. He knows that if Tricky Portal gets out in the situation, do the punch. There's the low minion. Oh wow.
No doubt, Mitsuone's with an execution error once again. That'll be a full hit confirmed from Pulsar.
Oh,
Drops
misses
it
the
again.
combo. Mitsuone's taking advantage of it once again. There's a jump kick teleport into the overhead. This is looking like curtains for Pulsar right now.
We saw him make this comeback last round, but he's
confirm
just
on the 2-2.
flinging buttons at him at the moment, spanning the bar on the jailing
Oh, there's the
there.
overhead.
Corners himself. I'm not sure I agree with that decision.
Mitsuone's
Well, I guess there isn't really corner pressure as Scorpion. It's more so.
Not particularly. It's more that you've just given Scorpion the whole screen to work with. Of course. There's the confirm he needs. Oh wow. Beautiful confirm. It's 27% to restand.
Oh, Mitsuone just caught pressing buttons trying to take the throw, but then Pulsar does not confirm for the rest of the hit. Very interesting there. I mean, he's given Mitsuone this opportunity to come back.
Oh wow, goes straight for the overhead. Mitsuone's decided to keep himself safe. Or at least safer. Oh, good blocking overhead this time, but not even attempting to punish it. There's minus 18, the overhead kick. And there's a jump kick teleport.
Here comes the mix-up. What's the mix-up? Oh, he goes
wow.
for the grab, does it too early.
Oh, forward spear catches the jump. Beautiful stuff from Pulsar. Once again, Mitsuone's with a breaker.
Oh, he gets tagged by a raw jump kick.
Oh, and again, jump kick teleport. Pulsar caught. I would like to see him do a lot more health sparks in this matchup, just to cover that space. Mitsuone's doing a lot of instant jump ins into teleport. Health sparks will blow that up if the jump kick doesn't connect. But Pulsar not going to health sparks really at all in the matchup.
It's very interesting because Pulsar is having spurts here where he could just get,
Scorpion
well,
wins.
basically get the Shinnok sequence on the go and put him in a good situation. I mean, Shinnok has great pressure, really great pressure with those meter burn house sparks, but
Especially when you have the Scorpion spear stocked as well. You know, it is a matchup change when you've got that move.
again, it kind of seems like a case of Mitsuone's getting away with a lot of stuff, again, as we saw last week.
A lot of the time it's just like full-on outplaying from Mitsuone's. I mean, in this set especially, we're seeing a lot of bait, a lot of, even like going for the frame advantage. Like he notices that Shinnok is doing these moves that he's not necessarily punishable all the time, but Mitsuone's just getting those crouching pokes and then going in from there when he realizes he's got the advantage. Like again, we see this guy week after week, and we are seeing this gradual improvement to the point that he is a powerful player.
I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, he just has the threat of Inferno Scorpion that he uses to the fullest. He gets good damage on every single touch, and it leads into some kind of crazy mix-up. I mean, I've always, it's pretty much undeniable that Scorpion is the most viable in MKX that he's ever been in Mortal Kombat before. It's been a long time since Scorpion has been a really capable character, and Mitsuone's putting it to full use with Inferno, getting good damage, getting good mix-ups, and just getting good reads on Pulsar here, especially on those tricky portal neutral jumps.
Looks like going into the game 3 right now, Mitsuone's is one match away from being able to advance to the semi-finals where he will face Nivek.
Oh, gets the 4-2. That's actually 3 out of 3 games. He has started that and got it. 3 out of 3.
Pulsar has a full-on mountain to climb to bring this one back.
Oh, doesn't get the jumping punch. Opts to go for the harder combo. Drops it for his troubles.
Back to an extra 2% damage, but when you think about the drop to success ratio, sometimes it's not worth it.
He just gets hit by a raw meter burn teleport there. Good block on the low, but then tagged by the low minion. No doubt trying to go for some kind of punish, maybe.
Gets tagged again. A restand.
And this is just, it's always token Mitsuones, isn't it? Here comes hit confirm. No, hit confirm!
Mitsuones jumping, predicting tricky portals, and there's the punish that he needs.
Pulsar going for the trance instead. Good block on the overhead from Mitsuones. That's actually pretty much every time that'd be a spear, that'd be a full combo taking round 1 for Pulsar, no doubt.
Really good confirm from Pulsar. This is what he needs to do. Just get those touches and confirm. Before all else, confirm. Get the damage and get the restand.
And that's one thing we would always see Mitsuones do. He'll do a low minion into a meter burn teleport because he knows he's going to try and go in and press a button and then catches you with the teleport.
Another throw. I mean, that's what we see Mitsuones do a lot. I mean, you're effectively adding 12% to any touch. If you realise that they are not once ever going to try and tech the throw because they understand that if they're taking throws, they'll get hit by the low option, which gives you more damage. You're adding 12% to anything. But Pulsar looking for the full-on Shinnok sequence here.
That was a lovely sequence there from Pulsar because every time he got the mimic there, Mitsuones did go for an overhead block.
This will be game if he doesn't drop this.
And here comes the chip. Guaranteed chip.
Oh, catches the brutality as well. That's one way to start a comeback in a set.
Well, that was essentially exactly what we said that Pulsar needs to do, which is just insert his own play and punish Mitsuones for everything.
And if Mitsuones gives you the opportunity to get free damage, take it. You know, if you let him get away with things, he is going to run a train on you. But if you punish him, you beat him.
That was a game of punishes and enforcing his own mix-ups. If Pulsar can get that 2 more times, he's going to be moving on. Mitsuones in the other 2 games, he pretty much did to Pulsar what just happened to him in that game, I feel. So I think, if Pulsar can keep this going, he's going to be in a good situation. I mean, it's completely possible. Mitsuones just... We've said it over and over again, Mitsuones is a player that cannot be conditioned either. So if Pulsar can just keep this game plan going, he might be in a good situation.
But Mitsuones, with just 1 match left to win in the set, it's going to be difficult for him. His room for error has disappeared at this point. If Pulsar makes a mistake, it will cost him the set. But obviously, if he can shake that off and just play through and get these last 2 games that he needs.
We have a straight up rematch. Mitsuones, as always, going for the Inferno Scorpion and getting the first hit. Every single time he has got that first hit. Robbing Shinnok of that first hit is very important. Here comes Mitsuones. All good bait. Tries to get the block.
There's the breaking for Mitsuones, and there's the punish on the tricky portal once again.
The interesting thing is Mitsuones actually isn't neutral jumping with Pulsar. Pulsar is just doing a tricky portal as he neutral jumps.
Then Mitsuones is reacting to the tricky portal once he's left the ground. There's a forward 4 into Mimic. Just gets the restand. Oh, good throw break from Mitsuones.
Nice read there, actually. Very nice read.
He acknowledged that Pulsar didn't have bar, so there wasn't really a lot he could safely do off the restand. So the throw was, a likely case.
Good block there from Pulsar. Oh, he gets caught! That's almost the back 3 low minion of his own. Caught by the low. Blocks the low but gets tagged by the follow-up.
Interesting choice, Pulsar opting not to go for the restand after that combo, and that could have actually started the ratch for him. But, he's sitting at no bar. Oh, there's the cancel teleport into the low. Mitsuones.
Insane how he got away with it. I mean, the cancel teleport puts in minus, and then
it was because Pulsar backdashed as he did it, so he was still in the recovery animation from that. Smart acknowledging from Mitsuones.
Oh, the neutral for about 2 seconds, and then he meter burn teleports.
Match point, Mitsuones. Really smart stuff from him right now. Really good, strong set, and gets the jump kick, but no confirming to teleport this time.
Nice hit confirmed from Pulsar. He gets caught trying to take the throw. That'll be good damage. Opts to go for the Hell Sparks rather than the spear, though.
May have thought he was approaching the break meter burn territory. There's the break from Mitsuones, realizing that if he gets hit by that, there was a restand. Saves himself from a lot more damage than he might normally think.
When he gets the wake up Hell Sparks, no meter though to capitalize, but he's going to get full hit confirm into spear. This is actually could potentially be the game because he might chip him out.
This is chip territory, almost.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Acknowledging that he just needed the amulet. He needed the chip damage from the amulet to take that chip. Obviously, when you land the Mimic, you get a damage buff. That's why the chip there was so severe.
So Pulsar looking to bring the set back, but still match point Mitsuones. Oh, and there's the overhead he needs. Oh, but he drops to confirm. This could be huge, but he still has him cornered.
Mitsuones goes for a wake up teleport, gets it. Here comes a full combo from Mitsuones.
Into restand, no doubt into restand.
Gets the overhead again. It's a low minion. That is not a mix up. He gets tagged by it anyway. Oh, nice grab from Mitsuones. Every single time Mitsuones gets... The thing is, we see this time and time again where Mitsuones he gets put in a sequence that could potentially take the round.
Oh, there's a tricky portal. Oh, Mitsuones jump kick whiffs. And there's the low. No meter to confirm, though. This is is looking dangerous for Pulsar. Oh no, that's a complete read. Oh wow, and the raw down 2 after the meteor burn spear, just full on challenging. He's going to press buttons after that. Really well played by Mr. Owens.
We actually see this time and time again where people are on the verge of making a comeback against Mr. Owens. And they drop something. They make a mistake, they get something wrong, and then Mr. Owens uses that one error and then does a Mr. Owens Inferno sequence.
That's
and
it.
wins.
Mr. Owens capitalizes on the other guy's mistake like no other. Like, if he sees you do it, he immediately clicks and goes, right, okay, cool, there's the mistake, my turn, and then he wins.
Exactly. I mean,
He's really good at doing that.
He has
really
a really good mix-up game, and that's one of the things that makes him really powerful. Is he understands the Inferno mix-up. So in those situations where Pulsar was on the verge of making that comeback, he got the overhead, which would have led into Mimic, which would have led into another mix-up on hit. Could have, that would have put like 70% health above Mitsuones in a good situation. But unfortunately, drops it right at the very beginning. Mitsuones immediately capitalizing on that error and then winning the game because of it. I mean, it's very unfortunate. You hate to see these things happen, as always, when someone is in the process of making a comeback and then they just kind of drop the combo. But I mean, congratulations to Pulsar getting himself top 8. He was on the verge of doing something great, but I guess just the execution.
Mitsuones will be advancing forward where he'll have to get his rematch versus Nivek. We've not seen him play against Nivek in quite some time, and last time, like I said before, it was a bit of a blow-up, but it's been a long time since then. Mitsuones has improved as a player like tenfold since then. Nivek has consistently stayed at this, top level that we are used to seeing this guy play out across all NetherRealm games that he's played in the past. But look, we only have 2 more matches of top 8 to go before we go into the semi-finals. Like, we're really getting through this today. Like, the players really want to win. And that's it. Like, we have 3 weeks left, including today. So 2 more opportunities for these guys to qualify. And they are running with it.
I mean, no doubt. I'm not sure what the next match actually is going to be, but either way, I'm looking forward to seeing Nivek fight Mitsuones because I've not seen those guys play in quite a while. It will no doubt be Inferno Scorpion versus Thunder God Raiden. That's a match where Thunder God Raiden will punish you very difficult. He's going to punish you very heavily for any kind of error that is made. And Nivek makes reads. This guy makes hard reads on you, and if he sees something go wrong, then that's a big combo into corner carry.
But who else does that minus the corner carry because he doesn't need it?
Mitsuones. Definitely. But either way, for those that are just joining us, welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying the show so far. This is the week 6 of the EU Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox, where we're trying to decide. We're getting to the further end of this tournament. Where Madden has already qualified, and he's one of your 5 Europeans going to LA for the minimum 100K.
Because that's what they're qualifying for. There is a top 16 global ESL finals that will be taking place on the 11th of July even in Burbank, California, Los Angeles, where they'll be playing out for a minimum prize pot of $100,000.
Minimum being the keyword there.
There is 5 European players who will be able to go from the European side of this online league. One has already qualified, a player called Madsen, a German Sub-Zero player who was the noob Cybot for Mortal Kombat 9, widely regarded. And there is 4 more spots up for grabs. One of those spots is guaranteed to go to Foxy Grandpa. He has earned too much points at this point to possibly not make top 4, with who else has made points.
Foxy won the first 4 ESL qualifiers in a row.
And he hasn't entered any since.
Because he's been participating in the Mortal Kombat Cup events, and he was also in America for the Fans' Choice Tournament that you at home sent him to. So thank you very much for that, where he won that, defeating Perfect Legend Justin Wong and
So
Nivek.
really, when you think about it, there are 3 spaces left for anyone else. And right now, those 3 spaces are realistically looking like they could go to Mitsuones, is doing really well for himself, bagging himself a minimum 50 points today. He's already 2nd place, and he's getting himself another 50, so looking really good for him right now.
Currently, the 3 players
and Fassel.
The 4 players that I think are going to be in deadlock here for these points will be, and if Nivek is consistently placing.
If Nivek wins today, he will become one of those to really watch out for making
If Nivek wins today, the top 4, which they'll have to basically wrestle each other for, will be Fassel. If these guys perform consistently, it'll be Fassel, Mitsuones, Nivek, and Sumerian. Because Nivek does consistently well. Every time he enters, he does well and gets at least top 4. Fassel has just been incredibly consistent anyway, and here he is again in top 8. Sumerian, again, has been very consistent, but we haven't seen him in a few weeks. He may make a return, who knows. And, Mitsuones. So there's 3 more chances, but there's 4 people that could potentially be in that if they all perform consistently.
Or if one of the other players who are lower in the bracket right now manage to win or get 2nd place in the last 2 weeks, they could skyrocket into that top position.
Especially if those that I just mentioned don't get top 16. There's always the chance that one of them might not get top 16.
So, I mean, I don't remember exactly how many Mitsuones has, but I believe he has 210 points. Foxy Grandpa is first at 400. 210 points is 2 wins. If you win twice and you've got at least 10 points, you can overtake him at that point.
Yeah,
and he's 2nd place right now. So there is still time for those who are not in that top leagues to place. They just have to win. They have to win, or at worst, get second. We're approaching that point where it's become really difficult.
Top 4 minimum is mandatory at this point, I think. You have to get minimum top 4 at the moment. But for those that want more information at home on how you can enter this league, or more information on the brackets and everything else, they are free to enter tournaments. Anybody can enter them. On the Xbox One, it's esl.gg/MKX Pro League. We're at the further end here. We're reaching a point where every single win matters. Top 4 is a must for a lot of these players. I don't even think these players are thinking about the money at this point. They're thinking about those placement points. Because winner will take home $500 each week, which is amazing. But the minimum pot for Burbank top 16 is 100k,
and that's now. Like, that could still go up if enough people pick up the blue steel Scub Zero skin.
Absolutely. You said Scrub Zero.
Did I?
I think you said Scub Zero, but
Scub-Zero.
It sounded a bit like Scrub Zero.
The blue steel Sub-Zero skin.
We got there eventually. So we are setting this match up again. So we have Faso on the lobby. Apologies for the delay once again, guys.
He's going to be playing against Happy, and this is a top 8 match. We'll see who'll be advancing through to the semi-finals. We did have some connection issues with these guys before, so we're still trying to resolve that for you, so we do apologise for the delay. But we haven't got a lot of games left to go this week for Europe.
No,
we really are approaching the end.
And then obviously we have the CIS finals this weekend, which are going to be live from this studio. I'm going to be in the audience, I think, watching that. We have obviously 2 CIS guys. 2 Russians have the chance to go to the
Burbank finals.
The Burbank finals, and they've been doing really well in their own league. Where Sarin and Flet have been doing a really good job. Just commentating on their own side, and it's been a great league for them. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Russian guys do in the top 16 finals too, because they've got some really good players. They have a deceivingly large scene. A lot of people don't realise just how big the Russian Mortal Kombat scene is, even during the MK9 days, where worldwide there were tournaments where, other tournaments had, maybe 40 entrants, 50, 30. Russia was still having like 100-man tournaments, and there was a lot of good players there that, players from Europe and that were still attending. So, Russia has had a really strong Mortal Kombat scene for a very long time. There's still a bunch of Russian guys that play Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And
that's what I love to see, because that game's phenomenal. I love MK3.
Ultimate MK3 is brilliant. It's good fun. It kind of, I guess that kind of it set the path for the rest of these games. I think Mortal Kombat 3 obviously has the run button, which now this game has a run feature too, and it's different. No run jabs in sight, and certainly no Cabal, which is always quite nice.
All right, cool. That's one way of putting it, I suppose.
I wasn't a big fan of Cabal. I hate fighting Cabal, and he's not in this game, which makes me happy.
Anyone that played competitively, that played a character that lost to Cabal, which is anyone in that game, may have disliked Cabal competitively.
Unless you were Cabal, of which it was a-okay. Cabal mirror matches were quite funny.
Yeah.
Machine gun gas blasts from both players. They're just going pew pew. It's brilliant. It was awesome. But so we are trying to get Happy in the room. We apologise for the delay once again, ladies and gentlemen. As we've mentioned, we only have a couple of weeks left to go. So in terms of top 5, who do you think will actually be top 5? So we have Foxy, we have Madzin. But that's it.
That's it. The question is top 3, not top 5, because Foxy is guaranteed, Madden is guaranteed. So there's 3 more on the table, right? So out of the 3 left, and obviously you guys in chat can post your own predictions. Please feel free to do that. Who do you think that's left in the European side of this league that could take those 3 points? I mean, we know that Mitsuones has enough right now that he is looking likely, unless he gets knocked out early in the last 2 weeks by players that have more points than him. We have Sumerian, who was consistently top placer, but we haven't actually seen him enter for a few weeks. So he could still make it. He just has to enter and place well. Nivek, if he does what he is currently doing, and that's making at least 4th place, he is looking very good for it. Fasol as well, consistently top placer. I mean, obviously, if he manages to beat Happy and then Geggs, he too is guaranteed a spot in the Grandfinals where he'll earn at least 75 points. So it is up in the air. I think it's going to be Fasol, Sumerian, Nivek, Mitsuones, and potentially we might see a wild card in there.
I mean, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
I think that wild card could be white-black.
I think that wild card could be white-black. If we see white-black consistently place in these next 2 weeks, white-black entered for the first time last week and got 2nd place, losing 3-2 to Mitsuones, actually nearly winning the entire tournament. So let's think if Mitsuone's currently sitting on about 210
points, I believe.
210 points. I forgot the exact number, but if white-black comes across, next week and the week after and wins both weeks, that's 200 points added to his 75. So 275.
Which is going to get him in that top place.
Which will get him in that top place. So, there's always the chance that someone might just come up next week and the week after and win, or get second, or win, and
as a commentator, I would love nothing more than for White Black to do that, because that would be hype. That would be really cool.
Well, let's also, let's not forget that White Black is new to Mortal Kombat. This is his first Mortal Kombat game, and he's doing really well. Second place at DreamHack too. And White Black offline, it really is something. His Liu Kang is just so fundamentally strong. He understands the basics of the game now. He said to me, I was speaking to him at the show, and he said, I played Liu Kang because Dragon's Fire Liu Kang seems to tick a lot of the boxes. He has no 50-50s, so if I'm going to open someone up, it has to come from block pressure, has to come from a strong neutral, has to come from a good ground game, has to come from whiff punishing. So he basically said that I play Liu Kang because Liu Kang he has what I need to learn the game, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Dragon's Fire Liu Kang plays Mortal Kombat X very well.
I agree.
Very fundamentally well.
Well, there was always the I guess the debate, on 50-50 characters, those that have high-low mix-ups. Do they dominate the game? And currently, we're not really seeing that. Tempest Lao is on the rise, Fisticuffs Johnny Cage is on the rise, Dragon's Fire Liu Kang is on the rise. These characters, that they have no 50-50 mix-up. By 50-50, I mean combo starters that go overhead or low and combo into something. That's basically a 50-50 style character. And there are players like Tempest Lao, Fisticuffs Johnny Cage, Dragon's Fire Liu Kang, that they don't have this 50-50 game, but they are still strong. They have pressure rather than mix-ups. And pressure is quite a strong thing in this game. Tempest Lao hitting like a truck, and you're going to really capitalize on your hits by doing things that aren't just getting a mix up from a string.
Well, case in point,
with punishing.
Who do we see play Buzzsaw and Tempest very well? Foxy Grandpa, obviously from Europe. What does he do? He plays Buzzsaw. That is his favorite. That is his favorite mix-up, is the Buzzsaw variation. He uses the low hat. If that doesn't get him anything in the matchup, he'll then go to Tempest. However, with that said, we are going to go into a quick commercial break while we get this match set up for you, so please don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back at you with Fasol versus Zen Happy Power as soon as we can. Good evening and welcome back to the European ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox, where we are ready to go for the Zen Happy Power versus Fasol matchup. We do apologise for the delay. All the connection issues have been sorted out and we are now ready to go.
Thank you very much for being patient with us, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be going into this match now. I did see here he did go with Cybernetic Kano.
We get to see some Kano again.
I am excited. I am very, very, very excited. I mean, we haven't seen Kano's... Master VHD plays Kano, but he only uses Cutthroat. And I like watching Cybernetic. I think that back, I believe it's the back one, the elbow.
Back one is the quick elbow.
I mean, that is an amazing normal. I love it. I love seeing people capitalise on that. But, Fasol with a really strong temper slap anyway, hits like a truck. Oh, and he gets caught pressing buttons, not respecting those plus frames.
Oh, blocks it this time. Oh, Shrining's the back three once again. And there's the meter burn. Fasol throwing away a lot of meter, but look at the chip damage. That is just adding up non-stop.
I think it's unlikely we're going to see wow, Zen opting to go for the breaker. Orbi commits. Full combo from Zen.
There's the restand. What's the setup going to be? Into the low. Oh, caught up blocking low. Really smart stuff.
I'm not sure if Fasol was trying to do a spin there. Drops the combo, unfortunately. Oh, that'll be a fun
no punish from Zen. You cannot be not punishing dive kicks at this stage.
But the thing is, that would have been a lot of damage too. Like, Zen would have got a hard knockdown, straight ball in the corner. Oh, and he goes for the air ball.
There's a full punish by Fasol. drops the follow-up, but already at that point has done 36% damage. But good hit confirmed from Zen Happy Pal.
Drops his combo again, but hit by a wake-up spin. Oh, Fassel drops his combo too. Too many combo drops at this stage of the competition.
Oh, really good armor interrupt from Zen Happy Pal.
That is your break. You can interrupt that. You can interrupt that string with a hat. And it's a tight link, but it can be done.
Oh, wow, and there's the air-to-air that Fassel needs. What a confirm.
Oh, Zen pressing. I mean, Happy's pressing a lot of buttons here. He's pressing a lot of buttons just in between block strings.
Oh, and there's the low. Good stuff.
Oh, and he just commits to the up and that's going to be chip territory.
Really good game one from Fassel, though. I mean, I like what Happy's trying to do. The issue is he is doing a little bit too much unsafe moves. That is the main problem he's having in this match.
He could be putting himself in a good situation. It's just that he's kind of... I guess he's kind of just... He's ceasing his own pressure by just doing a lot of unsafe specials, really. You know, he doesn't need to do as much as he's doing. I mean, he caught a really good sequence in the corner, dropped his combo unfortunately, but the drop was the end of the momentum. That's the problem. As soon as you drop your combo, your aggression is gone. You've lost that opportunity to get aggressive. Especially as Kano, when you've got the hard knockdown from the Kano ball too. You know, you get damage. Kano ball does a chunk of damage at the end of your combo. Hard knockdown, can't tech roll, and that kind of begins a lot of things for Kano. We didn't really see Zen go for any kind of keep away, but I think that might also be partly because he. I guess it's because you're fighting Kung Lao. Kung Lao's a very agile character. So
Happy has made the change to
Takeda.
Shiroryu Takeda. Wow. That's not really... Like I said, we've not seen Happy play on stream before, so I don't know how many characters this guy plays. His cybernetic Kano was good. The only thing that let him down really was the unsafe moves, but he's gone to Takeda now. He might just be way more confident with this matchup.
Well, he went very quickly into this character change, so there's got to be something that he knows. He's got to be confident in this character to use it in this top end of the tournament. And there's that feint. That really is the token Takeda, where you feint the teleport to try and bait a punish, and then do instant neutral jump punch to just blow up any button presses.
There's the full combo once again, drops to 2-1. And there's neutral jump punch from Takeda. Happy, really good confirm on that, 27% damage. Oh, wow, tricky stuff.
That hard to blockable, nice reset to the grab, putting him in the corner. Was that? I doubt a wake up's going to come. Oh, he corners himself, but oh, Fassel wise to it this time.
Oh, Opsa put himself in the corner. Not sure if Fassel meant to do that. Cool, wow, in between. Happy caught pressing buttons.
Oh no, has to break. I mean, that would have been a lot of damage. 40% meterless, and he gets the anti-cross-up spin. Oh no, this will be a 35% at least.
Exactly 35%.
Oh wow, the comeback from Fassel at the moment is so strong. He gets caught pressing buttons. Fassel being patient, blocking it again, but then
that one moment he didn't stand block, and that was it. Really good stuff from Happy. The adjustment to Takeda really paying off right now.
I agree. I mean, it seems to be a better pick for him. He's a bit more agile. When he catches him,
almost gets a full capitalize on that teleport, but not quite enough.
He's getting a lot of mileage out of these neutral jump punches at the moment. Definitely.
That throw makes me cringe every time.
It's an amazing throw. We haven't seen him go for any cancels yet.
Oh, tries to whiff punish, not quite close enough. Goes into the zip anyway. Manages to get the full spear.
Oh, here comes those mix-ups. Oh, he tries to get the punish there. I mean, so that overhead swipe is actually full combo punishable.
Oh, Kung Lao is jumping too. So good. So hard to deal with.
Hard knockdown from Fassel.
Oh, and there's neutral punch he needs. Fassel needed to break. And there's a trade. Happy looking in a really good situation right now. Oh, meet button teleport fakes him out. Wow, what a follow-up, and that will be the game.
Oh, smart stuff from Zen there. I mean, really smart stuff.
Definitely looking a lot more comfortable with Takeda than he was with Kano. Sound effects, though. Sound effects.
That's one of my favorite things about this game, actually.
We have such good quality headphones here that we hear every individual clang from that, and that sounds godlike.
Which I guess makes the throw even worse for you, because you tend to don't like the sound of the throw.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind bones crunching, because obviously I'm a Mortal Kombat player, but like when it's at massively high definition.
And when it's that specific grab, which other way, wrong way.
That's horrible.
And that leads into a brutality too.
Oh, wow.
Where the arm just goes, woo, flies away.
But no, good set now, 1-1. So it looks like this change was really good. But is Fassel going to stick with Tempest, or do you reckon he's going to try out Buzzsaw?
I think Tempest.
Knowing that Takeda has terribly slow normals, are we going to see him go to Buzzsaw?
Well, I would personally say that Tempest is still a good pick. He still hits like a truck, and there's still things that Happy is doing that are readable, A lot of situations where he does these things on block into neutral jump punch. If you neutral jump punch first, you can catch him. It's a hard read. It is a read, but you can get it. He's doing certain punishable
But no,
moves.
it is quite easy to woulda, shoulda, coulda in this situation where you see and go, oh well, this would have beat that.
No, but what I'm saying is that there are situations where you can adapt to what's going on. Like that's my point. Is that you don't need to change character. There are adaptations that can be made in this set. If I was Kung Lao, I'd stay with Tempest, but that's just my opinion.
I guess it's whether he's just more comfortable. I mean, it doesn't matter if Buzzsaw is better in the matchup. If he personally is better with Tempest, go with what you're fundamentally comfortable with, really.
Oh, he's right to that one there. I'm not sure if that's going to be consistent every time. He does get it. That'd be a nice combo from Faso. Does drop the follow-up though, unfortunately. I am fairly certain Faso didn't mean to get put in the corner there.
Goes to trip cover the back two, but not quite in time. Oh wow, really good range adaptation from Happy with a standing 2 into low kunai. Oh, that'll be a full whip punish. Not quite enough though.
Oh, Zen caught pressing buttons, but Faso not actually ready for it.
Oh,
nice
there's the
interrupt.
armor in between.
Lovely interrupt.
A clean 34% damage. Oh, what a read on the wake-up spin just to stay out of the way of it.
Oh, but instant jump 2 seems to actually beat the neutral jump punch.
Oh no, confirm from Faso. Oh, neutral punch whiffs.
And then that neutral jump punch again.
No confirm.
That seems to be Happy. That is really Happy's sort of defense mechanism. That neutral jump punch is getting him so much mileage, but right there catches him out. Faso taking round 1.
A very shaky round 1 of game 3. Both players showing. I think it's just a case of moves taken when they just don't think they're going to.
Full confirm from Faso. Full confirm. 35% meterless. Oh, nice neutral jump punch. His reads on that have been so strong right now.
There's the Kung Lao teleport. Oh, jump 2! No full confirm. Attempts it though. And there's the whiff punish on the jump 2. Miyabun, oh, a missed confirm from Happy, unfortunately. Oh wow, tries to go for the clean punish, but unfortunately misses it once again.
Faso trying to go into that string into the hat there. Nice conversion from Faso. Game 3 going to Faso, ending in the brutality. Well, I said so.
Wait, this isn't Foxy Grandpa, so I guess not.
But I mean, that was one thing Faso actually does more. One thing he's doing more in Tempest, which we didn't see him do last time, was converting those little hits into a full combo, where you do those couple of those jabs, see the opponent
it's
trying
tricky.
to jump.
I mean, it's difficult to pull off every now and then, but when you do it and you're turning every wayward touch into 20% hard knockdown, it does add up. Mainly for the
20%
setup,
at
nothing
least.
else.
20% at least as well. I mean, we know that Tempest does insane damage.
We're going to see Happy try another character though. That's the question.
Don't know. Takeda is working better than Kano. I guess it depends on if he plays.
But who
other
knows?
characters.
He might have a third. I mean, like I said, we've not seen this guy play before. Looks like he's hovering over multiple characters. Actually, I have no idea how to call. Oh, Johnny Cage A-list.
Johnny Cage.
Happy showing us the board right now.
We really haven't seen Johnny Cage in the EU at all, like for ESL. So it's nice to finally see someone pick Cage.
Obviously, I know that CIS have Cheap Eddie. Cheap Eddie, one of my favourite players to watch in all of ESL. Like, without a doubt.
Sheep Eddie showboats when he wins. He does
The stance change on the spot.
the whole little dance. The whole little dance he does when he wins. But I mean, I don't know how to call this matchup. So, I mean, both players won't be able to get conventional mix-ups. They're going to come from a solid ground game. We are in the middle of the game right now. So, here we go. Catches him in the overhead.
Faso, because he's got the first hit bonus, early breaker.
No punish
on
on
the dive kick once again!
Again, no punish. You cannot let Kung Lao get away with it.
Oh, I'll just go for the low. Oh, meter burn. Obviously, A-list, you can meter burn nut punch on reaction now, so actually becomes a much safer option. What a conversion from Happy.
And he gets the grab as well. What a strong round. Now, that was pretty good.
If there's one thing Happy can do that is impressing me, is his ability to swap from character to character seamlessly so quickly.
I agree entirely. Here comes Faso.
Good block on your head this time. Wow, Faso really just, bringing his A-game right now.
Oh, he gets the interrupt.
Wow, there's the opposing hat. Oh, you have to be so careful when approaching Kung Lao when that's around him. Faso looking to approach match point.
He's pressing a lot of buttons, that's the thing. I mean, he had a really strong first round, but Faso just shutting him down there with the jump 2.
There's the remote interaction just get out of the corner, but Faso manages to answer back with his teleport. Catches neutral jump.
That's going to be big damage, 35%. He helps to break there, save himself from it. Has to be careful though, because he's lost his stamina.
That was almost such a big confirm, but not quite enough. Gets the overhead this time. How much is he going to look at here? Happy is one touch away from being eliminated. Oh, catches the 1-1. Oh, no, quite confirmed. There's the Miyabun hat. Oh, he's
that
dead.
will be it. The chip would have taken it alone. Is he getting into brutality? Who knows? No, he tries to do something there, but doesn't quite get it. I mean, Zen going out, happy going home. But
Congratulations to Zen for making top 8 though. Faso will be advancing into semi-finals where he'll be playing against Geggs.
Wins.
I mean, Faso versus Geggs is going to be quite an interesting match, purely because we know that Kung Lao seems to do. I think Kung Lao does a pretty damn good job against Quan. I think it's an even matchup. I don't think it's in anyone's favour particularly, but Kung Lao's just mobility alone and the range of his jump 2 and stuff make it quite difficult for Quan to do certain things.
Well, the last time we saw this matchup in tournament ourselves, we saw Foxy Grandpa versus Rio at the Commonwealth. That was Summoner Quan Chi versus Buzzsaw Kung Lao. Buzzsaw seems to cause serious issues for Quan Chi.
I would much rather
Quan
fight.
has no answer for blocked low hat.
I would much rather, absolutely much rather fight Tempest than Buzzsaw. I feel like Buzzsaw just is. It's too irritating as a Quan Chi player. It counter zones to a degree. He has, the low hat is a bit of a problem. I mean, it recovers so quickly, goes really fast. As I just mentioned on the recovery, but when you get put in the corner as well, like it's not fun. When you're playing as Quan against Buzzsaw. Tempest is still really strong, but I feel like Buzzsaw actually does do a better job against Quan Chi personally.
It is the fact that he can't deal with low hat on block. I mean, obviously you can press buttons after, but Quan doesn't have the fastest normals in the world, but his lack of armor means that Kung Lao pressure is pretty free against him.
Yeah, true.
And Quan Chi can't get away with just chucking out back twos against Kung Lao because he simply can't outspeed Kung Lao.
And also, Quan, I know we mentioned Quan in the corner all the time, but Kung Lao, particularly when he corners Quan, is not a fun experience at all.
Kung Lao can punish back 3-2 on block, so
He can.
Quan Chi's only safe low option is back 3 into meter burn rune.
Not only can he punish back 3-2 on block, actually, but Kung Lao can armoured spin through back 3 and 2. Back 3-2 can actually be armoured through, and Kung Lao does that better than most in the game, bar anyone in the game. The ability to meter burn spin through back 3 and 2 means that if he knows that, and that pretty much means Quan can't press buttons without getting spanned for basically everything he can do. Regular spin blows him up too.
So next game will be
I'll let you introduce
Mitsu Owens versus Nivek. We are first semi-final today. We've got Mitsu Owens, who was last week's winner, up against Nivek, who's been a consistently top-placing European player. He's Greece's Kombat Cup qualifier. You now have 3 minutes to make your predictions. For 3 minutes, who do you think is going to win? Follow TwitchBot in Twitch chat for more information on how to do this and how long you've got left. Best of luck in your predictions. First place of the prediction point system today will walk away with a Course Scorpion statue, so it's all to play for. We only have 3 sets left today. We have the 2 semis and the grand finals, so those of you who are currently winning, best of luck continuing that, because these are going to be some really hard sets to call. I mean, this one, I would like to see Nivek make it to the finals, just because I would like to see how Nivek can handle Fasol, because I've not seen Nivek play Fasol in quite some time. But, Mitsu Owens could cause the upset by managing to take grand finals twice in a row. If he gets through Nivek, he's going to be hitting quite a morale boost from that, knowing he's just taken down Nivek. And if he manages to win 2 weeks in a row, like if Mitsu Owens wins this week, he is guaranteed to go as one of Europe's representatives to the Kombat Cup final, not Kombat Cup finals, for the Burbank ESL Top 16 finals. So if he wins this week, this is going to secure his place there. So to him, this may as well be mid-season showdown. Nivek needs these points to get in that top 3.
That is very true. I mean, this is a crucial set for both players. Mitsu Owens winning this set will give him a minimum of 75 points, and he's already sitting as the number 2 placer. So
imagine getting 100 extra points when you're currently number 2.
It's going to put him in a good situation, but as you just mentioned, Nivek very much needing these points to advance. This is his chance to become a contender for this. He has to do well this week, and getting a minimum of 75 points in grand finals would be good for him. Especially if we see him return next week and
the week for anyone really being able to get that one step closer to, or even potentially guaranteed place to 100 grand tournament finals for Mortal Kombat.
I mean, that's a great situation. I mean, we've said this time and time again, but it's a great place. It's a great time to be a competitive Mortal Kombat player. I mean, there's so much incentive now. The financial incentive is completely undeniable.
This is the most love that Mortal Kombat has seen in Europe for a competitive Mortal Kombat scene in history. Like this is the only time this has ever happened to European players. So I'm really happy to see these guys, really embracing it, taking it for what it is, and just really trying to make the most of the situation. Because these guys, they're competitors. A lot of these players we've been seeing for years. We've all seen Nivek before. We've all seen Foxy Grandpa. We've all seen Vasol. But up until this point, it was kind of you only really played because you loved the game, because you loved the community, and you wanted to just be the best. Now that still applies. Only you've now got this tremendous financial incentive to do so, as well as this guaranteed competitive competition, as well as the exposure that you get from entering these online leagues. Like we said before, there is still time for people at home to enter. If you think you can win these weeks, visit ESL.gg/MKX Pro League. If you manage to win the last 2 weeks, and you get first place in both of them, you are looking like a strong contender for that top 3, provided you knock out these guys in the process to do so. So please enter if you feel that you can do this. It is open to anyone. They are free to enter, and they take place every week. So, we want to see nothing more than a new face come in and just body everyone free and manage to get that ticket into.
Well, that was
top 16.
That was no doubt what was exciting about last week in
White Black.
White Black. White Black making his ESL debut in last week's tournament, getting second place. Losing very, very narrowly to Mitsuones 3-2, and it just kind of goes to show that there is still time. There's still time for you guys at home to enter these. I mean, there's not much time, granted, and if you enter now, you've got to do well. But if you've got what it takes, and you see these guys play, and you think to yourself, I could beat these guys, then prove it. Come here, prove it. You've got a couple of weeks left. If you are successful, you're in a good situation to win minimum 100k. And it's just to remind you guys that we are crowdfunding the Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin for this. So it started off as a minimum of $50,000 for the top 16 in Burbank. Now it's at 100,000, and it's still minimum. If you guys continue to support and purchase this Blue Steel skin, you're going to just contribute towards tournaments throughout the year, ESL being one of them. We've had Combo Breaker having a 10k pot bonus. We've had CEO coming up having a 10k pot bonus. Evolution, Evo, that has a 50k pot bonus, and that's all because of you guys at home. And who knows if it's going to continue. And as we said, minimum 100k for Burbank. So if you guys keep supporting it, then all you're going to do is
add to that.
Change these players. You're going to be changing their lives with the way you're contributing towards the game. And it's 100k is a life-changing sum of money.
Well, it's a good way to show support to a scene if you love it. If you at home, if you are a fan of the competitive scene for Mortal Kombat, if you have favourite players, if you have favourite streamers that you like to watch, and you're not a competitor yourself, but you would like to contribute to the success of these players to make sure that this continues to happen, then crowdfunding and being able to contribute to that is a really good way of doing it. So if you want to support the game and you want to support the players, pick up that Blue Steel skin and show the game and the scene some love.
Well, everyone's done it so far. We have a lot of time. We have time for that to just increase. But I mean, once again, guys, we do apologise for the delay. I mean, shades of last week. We're trying to get Nivek into the semi-finals room.
I hope we don't see a full-on repeat of last week, though, where it took us about half an hour to get Nivek in.
I do not take blame for that. I blame Nivek for that.
Blame Nivek's internet provider for that, I suppose.
I don't know who it is, so I guess we can't really name names, and we probably shouldn't anyway. To be fair.
But I'm sure we won't have as serious issues as we did last week. That was, I believe, a special case. We've seen Nivek and Mitsuones fight before, so we know they can connect. I hope.
They really should be able to. They should be able to. It should be fine.
So we've got Mitsuones versus Nivek, and we've got Fassel versus Geggs. Geggs in top 4 this week.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be Quan versus Kung Lao again. We've talked about that matchup before, but I mean we have Mitsuones and Nivek. Thunder God Raiden versus Scorpion. I mean Nivek makes a lot of reads. That's one of the things. Nivek knows how to read an opponent. So Mitsuones kind of plays on making reads himself. So if all Nivek does is play on reads against Mitsuones, who knows? He could be successful every time and dominate Mitsuones, or Mitsuones could just read him instead and just get those mix-ups.
Well, we've said a lot of the time. I mean, Mitsuones is unconditionable. You can't stop him from doing what he wants to do. He will, however, bait you if he can.
Of course.
But if he refuses to adapt, he refuses to learn, and even if if he's put in the corner against those Raiden 50/50s and he wants to do anything but guess when that's all you can do, that is going to be death for him. So I'd like to see, when this match begins, I would like to see him respect the options that he knows he has to take. Because, yes, sometimes you can think, well, maybe he'll mistime it and I can get out here. But against Raiden, he is not the character to have that mindset against.
Because he has such fast attacks. Isn't it like a 5 or 6 frame?
I believe it's a 5 frame forward one. Or 6 frame. 5 or 6. But regardless, that is still like one of the fastest standing normals in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not a character that can be... you can't really bank on executional errors or button presses at bad times with Raiden because he's so fast. His buttons are so fast. You can't really bet on him making a mistake. He's going to blow you up if you're not respecting things that just 100% must be respected. And Nivek clearly is a player that can do that. We saw him at the Fans' Choice tournament. Him versus Foxy in that Grand Finals was probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest displays of Mortal Kombat X that I've had to date. Because
that's a fair statement.
It was pure fundamentals, pure footsies, grounded games. Acknowledging frame data, taking advantage of everything that you can take advantage of, and no room for error. No room for error. Very little drops, very little combo drops, and it's just pure fundamental, really solid play that came from both Foxy and Nivek. And here Nivek is in top 4, and he's about to play someone that is unconditionable. So taking that sheer calculated style that Nivek puts on versus a crazy player like Mitsuones. This is going to be an interesting set, I think.
I just can't wait for it to begin. I mean, again, I would like to apologise at home for the delay we've got so far. We're having a few connection issues with the players, but we are looking to get that sorted out as soon as we can. So please bear with us, and we'll get this sorted for you as soon as we can.
No doubt. I mean, so we have the 4 players left. We have Fasol, Geggs. So we have Fasol, Geggs, Nivek, and Mitsuones. Geggs is, this is the furthest I think Geggs has ever actually got in the tournament. And he plays Summoner Quan, which is a really, really good character for a tournament. You guys have seen the crazy mix-ups that Geggs knows. Summoner Quan is I honestly think that he's almost like a glass cannon.
Well, it's not just that Summoner Quan has those mix-ups, it's that Geggs obviously knows how to use them, So, I guess we'll have to see how we can handle a player like Fasol. I mean, Fasol improves dramatically every week.
He does.
This is the best we've seen him play so far. But, we might not be blowing up too hype about it because we just expect to see this level of development in players. And Fasol is that sort of player that we'll expect to see it from. So I'm happy to see it. But then you have players, even Mitsuones, who weeks ago we were saying, this player will not be able to be conditioned. He will not change. And that is his strength. He is now starting to make those adjustments. He's starting to bait opponents. He's starting to, understand what's guaranteed and taking those options. Bit by bit, these players are improving, and it takes this sort of competitive experience to do that for them.
I mean, that really is what it comes down to. I mean, we are now in the lobby. We have Nivek and we have Mitsuones in the lobby ready
so it
to
should
go.
be just a few moments away from being able to see this. It looks like the game was Goro versus Sub-Zero, so no doubt not a serious match. It was Nivek playing Goro, shades of Metzos. Shout-outs to Metzos from Greece. Apparently Goro player. I want to see Metzos Goro.
I've never seen it before, but I'm really excited to at some point. I mean, hopefully we'll get a chance to someday.
But it's a bit odd seeing Metzos play someone that isn't Ermac.
I know.
I will admit.
It is a bit weird, especially with Ermac being as good as he is. But going into this match now, we have them in the lobby. We are good to go. Once again, thank you very much.
We are ready to go. So thank you
very much
everyone for being so patient with us.
But yeah, so we have Thunder God Raiden and Inferno Scorpion. We have gone over this matchup time and time again, so let's just watch it and see if we're correct. You guys have already made your predictions, so you at home, good luck. Hopefully you guys have made the correct choice, but I don't know how to call it, so we'll have to wait and see.
Nivek opting for Future Raiden once again. Does seem to be his favourite costume.
His player card is a bit of a mess. It's just loads of thunder.
It's not a mess.
Promise wasted.
My life ended through treachery.
With fortitude, you could begin anew.
Round 1.
I've never seen that intro dialogue before. I like that.
Because everyone skips him.
Nivek getting that important first hit. Now let's see what happens here. I wonder if that Superman would have punished.
Nivek opting to go for the instant jump kicks, most likely just reading the Mitsuones is going for those instant jump kick teleports.
Does get the drop though, and here comes the mix-up. Mitsuones opting to go for a break. I love that, Nivek acknowledging that Mitsuones is minus, and then just running in for that forward one.
Oh, that's safe. Mitsuones going for the... I'm not sure if he did that on actually prediction of a jump, but doesn't quite work out.
Oh, Nivek breaking, acknowledging that he's cancelled it and going for the forward one, and he pushed him into the corner with the air Superman.
This might be difficult for Mitsuones. I mean, he's looking back to the corner, like a good chunk of damage away from being able to build a breaker.
But I was just about to say that when Mitsuones is put in the corner, he does teleports a lot. And right as I said it, he does it.
Oh, and there's the whiff!
That's not the whiff that you want against Raiden.
Wow, 38% before the break, no less.
It's interesting that Mitsuones waits for him to finish the combo before going for that break. Mitsuones just trying to jump out of all this pressure, getting tagged for it.
Gets the low into low minion, good stuff Mitsuones. This could be the start of his sequence. All too often we see back 3 into low minion be the start of his comeback. Oh, and he gets back 3 low minion against on Nivek too. Oh wow, spin into throw, just say get the corner.
We will no doubt see at some point Mitsuones is probably going to go for a back. He's going to go for a Moonbird teleport after that, seeing as Nivek did get the run in there, but Mitsuones taking the next round.
No, good adaptation from Mitsuones. I mean, just getting that hit and just making the most of it.
Oh, he tries to go for the Superman, but mistimes it.
Guessing this time though, manages to get the corner carry, and there's the wake up Miyaban teleport.
Mitsuones really favours that wake up teleport all the time. Oh, he doesn't get the punish!
Nivek just missing so many of these strings right now, and again, Mitsuones acknowledging the mistake and making the most of it.
Oh, and he gets a jump kick, but has already committed.
There's the low. Oh, I guess the follow-up that time, and there's the corner carry once again.
Oh, tries to do wake up low minion, that's not going to work at that range.
And there's the forward one punish. Oh, option select, and there's the Miyaban.
Oh,
the
Nivek ready for their teleport. Anything he did there would probably got hit, I think.
I mean, at that point,
Raiden.
the electric aura was going to chip, but it was going to beat Meteorburn as well. Like, that was just really good placement. If Nivek didn't have the bar, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
That was a great
And that
game
would have
there.
been a lot more of a worse situation.
I mean, Nivek was playing, dare I say, quite ropey, I think, at the start of that third round. I mean, a lot of strings just were not coming out.
Yes.
But the second he managed to sort of insert his own gameplay and put the pressure on Mitsuones, I mean, it seems to be there's a very, especially when Mitsuones in the corner, it seems like there's a very high chance that Mitsuones likes to sort of go to the wake-up attack option quite a lot. And he cancels the teleport more than not. But again, against a character like Raiden, cancelling the teleport doesn't really work because he's still got that 5-frame forward one.
Well, the main issue you'll have when you cancel a teleport and wake up, if you get punished for it, is you've just used your stamina to do it. So even if you've got a breaker, you're not going to be able to break for most likely the duration of that entire combo. And against Raiden, that's corner carry, and that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of health you're willing to sacrifice to get that cancel teleport. So if you make that read incorrectly, your punishment is going to be big.
Absolutely, but I mean, they've gone for a straight-up rematch. Inferno Scorpion versus Thunder God Raiden once again. We'll see what they pull out here. Mitsuones has to make... He's a bit more careful, I think. He's been quite reckless, as always, I suppose. But he's trying to jump out of a lot of things that you cannot jump out of.
Mitsuones gets the breaker right after Nivek uses the bar, so good trade for him. There's the dash cancel into throw. Let's get a little bit of damage on the table. I like seeing Nivek really start moving in after this. And straight to a spear. All that chip he was just willing to take, not quite worth it, but manages to bait the teleport. There's the break.
But obviously during that sequence, Mitsuone built so much breaker. He built so much block, but then Nivek gets the punish, but jump kick teleport. Doesn't get the punish, unfortunately.
I almost think Nivek was telling himself he's doing a low minion eventually. He's going to do it eventually. But by the time, even if he managed to do a low minion, like he almost built an entire breaker on just that.
Here it comes again. Oh, and he's trying to armor through that. Mitsuone's already committed into the 2-1 minion.
Well, there's the Meatburn teleport. There's the full punish that Nivek needs.
He's going to leave him restanding. Gets hit low. Here comes the 50-50s. Oh, Nivek drops the combo.
Augusta down 2. Doesn't quite get it. No whiff punish from Nivek, though.
Wow, Mitsuone's taking game 2 there.
Nivek, I mean, that could have been his round had he decided to take the restand in the corner, but he dropped the combo, but he went for a hard knockdown. Almost makes you think, why don't you just go for the restand and take the guaranteed 50-50? That Nivek knows how to option select to make the overhead safe. So it always makes you wonder why he isn't just going for the restand 50-50s and every opportunity when he knows it's going to be a guaranteed threat.
I think an issue there was just dropped combos, and it's like we just said, you know, at this stage in the competition where if you drop a combo versus Mitsuone's, you give him the break that he by right shouldn't have had because the combo was there. Sometimes when you land a combo and that's the round, but that's dropped, Mitsuones gets that one chance, and then he'll make an entire health comeback on you through his Inferno Scorpion pressure. So, you know, you need to make sure that you're not dropping any of your combos if you find a player like Mitsuones. And we see this time and time again.
It's like we've said many times before, if you drop a combo against Mitsuones, like if you give him a mistake, he will run away with it. And
of course.
We see him do that time and time again.
Absolutely, but you know, Nivek, he's a player that understands that, so no doubt we're going to see him trying to make some adjustments here. But yeah, again, once again, full-on rematch, 1-all, both players. So yeah, we have Inferno Scorpion, Thunder God Raiden, two very popular characters at the moment, undeniably. But we have to see what happens.
Guess the first hit, that's big. The nice Mitsuone's the early breaker.
Oh, Nivek dropping the conversion.
Oh wow, catches the buttons after. Mitsuone's late on the attempt.
And there's that. Oh, he tries to go for the one, but gets tagged by a 2-1.
Oh wow, jump back kick on wake up.
Oh, he gets caught by the grab.
Tries to whiff punish with the forward one. Oh, goes for the shocker instead.
Oh, Nivek's trying to go for the punish there, but doesn't get it.
And there's the block for Mitsuones. What a bait. What a bait. I mean, I would like to see Nivek really just not take this from full screen. Like, he's letting himself be put in this situation.
Genuinely surprised we didn't see a Meatburn teleport there from Mitsuones. That's normally where he normally goes for Meatburn teleport after that. Blocklow minion catches the overhead.
And there's the break. Mitsuones building so much bar and there's all this pressure. Nivek drops the combo once again. Oh, tries to teleport. Doesn't quite get it in time. Mitsuones approaching another breaker already.
Interesting, he doesn't go for a full combo punish on that overhead. He opts to just go for a forward 2 instead.
Oh, there's the option select. Goes to punish with the throw. Doesn't quite get it. And there's the stamina teleport come out, and that will be a full punish from Nivek. Again, that's what we see a lot. I mean, Mitsuones, he's willing to bet everything on his reads, but that also means he's willing to lose on it as well. Final round, game 3. Oh, he blocks the overhead. Good block on the overhead. Down one into grab. Oh, not quite in range. Just a punish. Good Shocker once again.
Oh, and he had no stamina to run in. Very unfortunate. Here comes Mitsuones.
And there's the restand. Goes to low this time. Nivek forced to break, but even Mitsuones is a breaker himself at this point. Really needs to see him not just taking this at this point. He's waiting for his stamina to come back.
He's literally just allowed Mitsuones to build an entire bar, and there's the wake-up teleport that he always goes to when he's put in the corner. And almost every single time he does that wake-up meat burn teleport, and he'll cancel it.
He's got meter. This is going to be the game. Meat burn teleport. And that's it.
Wow, Mitsuones 2-1 on Nivek right now.
2-1. Mitsuones looking so good right now, though. I mean, again, this guy improves every week. Like, really just good adaptation. Knowing that Nivek is willing to just block those overhead minions. He's building the bar, and as soon as Nivek wants to go into Superman dive, he blocks in time and baits it.
I mean, I think the big problem there is Nivek is just sitting there and letting Mitsuones build all this bar. I mean, normally, like, you would try and work your way in piece by piece. Block a minion, go in, block a minion, go in. He's just sitting full screen and blocking minion after minion and just letting Mitsuones build chunk after chunk of meter. So by the time Nivek gets that hit, Mitsuones always has a breaker available. So I guess, the adaptation I would make is just get in and enforce your game, because clearly full screen isn't working. Looks like going into game 4, it is going to be a full-on, oh wow, or hang on, maybe not. Nivek hovering over Displacer. Or is he going back to Thunder God?
Not sure. I mean, we might see.
He's thinking about Displacer. This is quite exciting. I've never seen Nivek use Displacer before.
Just have to see. I mean, it depends. I mean, obviously he realizes the minions are a problem. They're causing him a lot of headache. Is he going into Displacer?
He has actually. He has picked Displacer.
Wow. So we see Nivek play Displacer for the first time. This could be really interesting.
Absolutely. But I mean, I don't know how to call it. I've never really seen a high-level Displacer before, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm very excited. Hopefully it works out for him. We've seen Nivek make an adjustment before, change character. Didn't work out for him at all, so hopefully he's made the right choice by changing. But he's gone to Displacer. Changing variation. Sticking with Raiden, but he's just playing a different version of Raiden. Let's go.
It's a jump kick this time.
Oh, and he gets the jump kick.
And there's a teleport into the throw. I mean, no doubt that's why he's gone for Displacers, because he wants to be able to just stop that minion pressure.
Gets caught low.
Oh,
he gets the counter poke.
Oh wow, jump kick teleport. Get caught by the follow-up. I mean, Nivek's going to have to be careful about using so much meter burns in this matchup, because he's not going to be able to do anywhere near as much meter in Displacer as he does in Thunder God.
Oh, an amazing meter burn teleport just to instantly get that jump.
Oh, and the overhead. Really good stuff from Nivek.
Round 2.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen a good Raiden player pick Displacer, so I'm really interested to see what he can actually do with this.
Mitsuones pressing a lot of buttons, tagged by a jump distance low minion.
Oh no, confirmed for Mitsuones.
Nice punish there from Mitsuones.
And there's the option select them back 2 once again. Oh, back 3, low minion. Mitsuones playing really well on these 50-50s right now.
Oh, I love that, knowing that he's going to go for an uppercut with punishes instead.
Goes neutral punch, doesn't quite get it. And there's the overhead into the spear. This is huge for Mitsuones.
Does drop the combo though.
Oh wow, manages to move out of the way with that string. Mitsuones tries to confirm, doesn't quite get in range for it. Oh, and there's just the throw. Really good stuff from Mitsuones. And there's a wake-up teleport.
It's almost 90% of his wake-ups are actually a wake-up teleport, like every time. But match point, Mitsuones.
Round. Fight.
There's the instant jump kick teleport at that range. And this will be a restand, no doubt.
And he gets a grab.
And there's a neutral jump punch.
Oh, and he drops his combo again.
Catches low, no confirm, just doing so little damage, and that's the dive that may have just given Mitsuones everything he needs to win this game.
They're getting tagged by the overhead there. Mitsuones cancelling it, trying to go for a combo here.
This is bad for Nivek, this is really bad for Nivek. Oh, and there's a down 2 punish once again. What a bait.
Oh, and he gets tower forward too. This looks bad. And he gets a wake-up teleport. Wow. Mitsuones taking it 3-1 over Nivek. How about that? Mitsuones in the
making-
grand finals again.
Scorpion.
He is one set
wins.
away from guaranteeing himself a place in LA. Mitsuones is looking really, really good for LA right now. If
He's
he
a-
wins this week, he is going.
2 weeks in a row, Mitsuones could potentially win. 2 weeks in a row. I mean, that's a good. He may as well. If he wins this week, he may as well be guaranteed. And if Fasol gets second place this week, Fasol was already, again, I do believe Fasol is third in this league. So all this tournament is going to do this week is further push. Depending on if Fasol gets into grand finals, all this could potentially do is further push Fasol and Mitsuones up in that bracket. I mean, quite remarkable. I mean, it's you wonder why Nivek kind of. I understand the change to displacer, but I feel like he just kind of got punished a lot by the end of that game. Mitsuones was just ready for the teleport so many times.
He just wasn't doing any damage. He was getting the hits, but he just wasn't confirming. But you know, this guy, he is a Thunder God Raiden specialist through and through. So he's going to be used to the confirms that Thunder Gods lets you do. Obviously, you know, you can hold your string slightly more, so you have a bit more time to do it. As well as obviously you've got the meterless launching options that you just don't really have in the other variations. So Displacer, like, it gave him the mobility, but the mobility A wasn't really helping him against Inferno, and B, it cut down on his damage significantly and his meter build, and he was still doing the meter band reversals quite frequently, so he was finding himself without bar, if at all, so he never had a breaker available, so when he did get hit by Mitsuones, he wasn't able to get out of the blender. So Mitsuones has found himself in the grand finals once again. Massive congratulations to Mitsuones for making it this far, the second week in a running. He is one set away from potentially winning once again. I mean, it's quite crazy really, because Mitsuones is just kind of, we haven't seen him in sort of grand finals before this since week 2, and then every other time Mitsuones would have failed to make top 4. But he's kind of really just sort of turned up the dial, and he's doing much better for himself, and as of the past couple of weeks. And here he is again, finding himself in grand finals, where if he wins, he's going to be in a really good situation. Almost if he wins today, he's almost guaranteed. So coming up to the next set, we're going to have Fasol versus Gegs. One more semi-final, and then they have Mitsuones waiting for them in grand finals.
I mean, Fasol versus Gegs. I'm excited to watch this purely because it's going to be, it's probably going to be Kung Lao versus Quan Chi. And this is a matchup we know that Kung Lao does fine in. Quan Chi's Quan Chi, but, Kung Lao does really well against him, I feel. He has the mobility, he's got the range of jump too, he's got the harassment, and he's got the corner pressure too. That just gives Quan Chi a really bad time. But, I guess the question is whether they capitalize on it or not, whether Fasol knows this matchup very well. I've not really seen him fight many Quan Chi, so who knows?
Well, last time we saw when Gegs got, he lost game 1, he would go to Kotal Khan, but this time he's playing exclusively similar Quan Chi. That said, you guys at home now have 3 minutes to make your predictions. Do you think Gegs or Fasol is going to win this match? While we have this 3 minutes, we are going to go to a quick break, but please feel free to put your predictions down now, and best of luck. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the EU ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. We have this match now. It's going to be Fasol versus Gegs. No doubt it's going to be Quan Chi versus Tempest Kung Lao, I think. Well, I could be totally wrong, but we are here. Thank you very much guys for being patient with us. We have this next match set up and ready to go.
Yeah, literally just a few minutes to go now, and we'll be able to go into the match. Obviously, you know, we're letting you guys do your final predictions. We have one more match after this, which will be the grand final. So, those of you who are currently in the lead, congratulations. Hopefully, you can keep that up. And if you win the prediction point system today, you stand a chance to win one of these really cool core Scorpion statues. So, it's all to play for. But we have this final semi-final, which is Fasol versus Gegs. This is the furthest we've seen Gegs get in quite some time. Fasol, you know, looking really good. I don't think we've seen Fasol get grand finals in a while either. So, every player that's left in today, obviously, we just saw Mitsuones take out Nivek in a 3-1 set with Mitsuones' infamous Inferno Scorpion. So all the players left in the match are doing really, really well for themselves, and they're getting much further than we could have anticipated.
This is a very important set for Fasol, though. A very important set, because, I mean, Fasol and Mitsuones are, I do believe, at this point, Fasol and Mitsuones are second and third in this list of qualifying players. So if Fasol and Mitsuones both get grand finals this week, then they're not guaranteed. I don't believe they're guaranteed to go to LA, but they're doing so well at the moment, and they will just further put their lead up there. I mean, neither of them are going to surpass Foxy. Foxy's sitting on 400 points. He's pretty much guaranteed. He is one of your European players, no doubt. But Fasol and Mitsuones, if they both get grand finals this week, both of them are getting at least 75, and one of them's getting 100. And that's very much going to be a good situation for them to make sure that they're one of the three remaining. Because let's be serious, Madzin is one of your qualifiers. He won the mid-season showdown. Madzin is going to LA. Foxy has won too many points to be surpassed by 3 more other people. So Foxy's going to LA too. There are 3 slots left, and it's currently Sumerian, Fasol, and Mitsuones that occupy those higher places.
Nivek could have been one of those top players this week. However, he lost to Mitsuones, who is above him in the points. And Fasol is also above him in the points and has now, at minimum, got the same place as him. So in order for Nivek to be one of these qualifying players, he's going to have to outplace all of these guys next week and the week after. So it's looking difficult. It is getting a lot harder to be one of those players. But you know, these guys that have consistently, week in, week out, entered, taken part, and placed well, this is their reward. They are getting so close now. I bet they can literally taste LA right now, because they are that close.
There's 100k minimum at the moment. I mean, everyone wants it. Everyone wants to win it. But yeah, this is a matchup I think Kung Lao does well in. I still think it's fairly even, but the jump 2, such a strong move. One combo puts Quan in the corner. This is where you keep Quan Chi. This is where he has to stay there. Catches the overhead, doesn't commit to the hat spin. Gets it down 3. Meteor Burn Marines make it safe. Good stuff from Gegs. Oh, point blank trance. Oh, no punish from Fasol. He's going to get no punish again from Fasol. Oh my days, 2 free punishes. Gegs has given him this round. He has given it to him, and he has refused to take it. Oh, and he grabs him out of the air. And that'll be a nice hit confirmed. That'll be a full combo. And that'll be it. Fasol still manages to cling this match back after those 2 crucial combo drops. I mean, I guess he just needs to shake it off. He has Gegs exactly where he wants to be. This is where you keep Quan. This is how you beat Quan Chi. Oh, and he gets the back 2. Here comes Summoner. I like that delayed overhead, the delayed low. I respect the delayed low there. Good break from Fasol, opting to just get out of that corner situation. But that's one of the changes that Summoner received when you break against Summoner Quan and he has a bat. The bat now disappears. Very good for a lot of these players. Oh, commits to the overhead, but doesn't get away with it. Full punish from Fasol. Oh wow, challenging the button press, gets the down 3 into the throw. This could be bad for Fasol. Back 2. There it is, there we go, I called it! I play Quan Chi, ladies and gentlemen. And there's the standing 2 to take round 2 for Gegs. I mean, there's no real reason to not block low aside from point blank range. I mean, that's the interesting thing why back 2 tends to catch so many people from far away, because at that kind of range, the back 2 is only on the hit. The back 3, which is the low, is point blank. Fasol blocks, but then gets tagged by the trance there. I'm not quite sure what move he thought was following up from back 2, but it is always a block string. You cannot armor in between there. Wow, Gegs getting these trades right now. Oh, and there's the throw. Oh, Gegs getting tagged there. Tries to delay wake up. Oh, point blank. That's one thing Fasol is doing. He's looking to really just put on this pressure and just keep it there. Catches a jump 2. Oh, and he's pressing buttons. Has to break. And he catches the jump 2 as well. I mean, that jump 2 is the truth versus Quan. But he doesn't get it, but he does get the conversion anyway. And that's going to be game 1 to Fasol.
That was a good game though. I mean, Geg's playing well. I mean, just all too often just throwing out those trances. However, I believe Geg's may have done it because he just saw that his trances weren't punished in round 1. He probably thought to himself, well, he's not doing anything about it, so why wouldn't I? But then Fasol started punishing.
Of course, of course. I mean, quite remarkable there. Fasol blocking a lot of the summoner mix-ups, but then getting tagged by the trance anyway. Clearly, I think he was just caught sleeping. I mean, it must have just been a moment where he didn't think about it. Because he's clearly ready for a mix-up. And the only thing that he'll follow up with will be a meter burn rune or a trance, which is something that you still need to block. So, you know, important. You know, the important thing here that Fasol did take the game. But the question is Geg's going to change to Kotal, which is actually looks like he's actually going to change character. He's gone, yeah, straight for Kotal Khan. Opts to not pick Quan at all.
I do find it interesting how Geg's didn't attempt this against Use for Glue, because Use for Glue took game 1 of that set, was it?
Because the games against Use for Glue weren't massively convincing.
But what won the games for Use for Glue were the clone. It was the clone that caused the issue, and War God undeniably has an easier time dealing with that than Quan Chi.
I disagree. I think in the corner he's free, but mid-screen, Kotal Khan doesn't do anything against Ice Clone. I mean, Kotal Khan struggles against Grandmaster.
No, that's true, and that's most likely why Geg's opting to try against Kung Lao instead.
Oh, and he catches and pressing buttons, tags the overhead. Oh, doesn't get the combo though.
Oh, gets the full max range jump too.
Tags the overhead again. Gets the overhead once again. That's going to be good damage. Drops it unfortunately, but the bulk of the damage has already been done. And that's going to be guaranteed chip, no doubt.
Yeah, Geg's core pressing buttons, trying to get out of that, but at that point, that is guaranteed chip. There's nothing you can do.
Oh, nice anti-air.
Goes to the big damage as well, but Geg's ready with a breaker.
Drops his combo. Oh, he tries to anti-air, but unfortunately you really can't anti-air Kung Lao. That jump 2 is such a strong normal. Only specific characters can really anti-air that.
Meter Burn Hat gets the advantage. I think he's trying to bait Geg's into doing the Meter Burn sword, but Geg's not biting. And there it is, but that time is a bit too late. No confirm from Fasol though, and that will be it.
That was an even more dominating game. We will no doubt, I think, see Geg's go back to Quan. He just couldn't get anything going.
Kung Lao
I strongly think we're going to see Geg's make the change back to Quan Chi. Because, I mean, like, in that situation there, Quan has tools that the way Geg's is playing, the way he's playing his game, Quan kind of caters to him better, I think. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think he should change to Summoner Quan.
Well, you fundamentally can't take away that trance is all you need to win with Summoner Quan Chi. If you get a trance, you start putting on a lot of pressure. You make it really difficult for them to block. And it all loops back into itself for no meter. And you can't take that away.
Let's not forget the bulk of the damage as well. The bulk of the damage came from those Summoner mix-ups. Geg's just got one touch and then played the mix-up. But Geg's actually sticking with Kotal Khan, going back for Kotal Khan. Could potentially be 3-0'd. Fasol playing really well for himself. But Geg's must feel like there's something that he must think there's something I didn't do that I can do in this game. So I'll have to wait and see what the adjustment is.
Fasol looking one game away from Grandfinals though, where he'll be able to fight Mitsuones. I know, I want to say that Fasol and Mitsuones have played before.
They have, I think.
But I can't quite remember exactly when it would have been.
I do believe I remember commentating a game of theirs in the past.
There's a straight hat for a clean first hit bonus. Geg's pressing buttons once again. This will be a full confirm. 37% just for that. Fasol just playing so defensively right now, and it's working out a treat.
Oh, gets tagged by the overhead though, breaks. Forces Geg's back into the corner, but Geg's fights his way out.
Just the crossover, not quite enough though. Fasol like just taking full advantage of this tremendous jump 2 that Kung Lao has. Tries to trip guard with the back 2, doesn't quite get it.
Oh, he tags and pressing buttons again.
Fasol's looking at a match point already against Geg's, looking to try and swiftly just demand his way into Grand Finals. Oh, Geg's going for the overhead option.
Oh, gets the convert.
Geg's trying to break. Oh, wow! Corner swap position. Oh, wow, what a conversion from Fasol. Really smart. Meter Burn Hat, plus on block.
And now he's got him in the corner. Here comes the block string.
Geg's could armor in between the last hit and the hat, but he's not trying to. Does it late instead, but still manages to get it. Good stuff from Geg's.
Good damage as well, fighting his way out of the corner. Ooh, gets the low there.
Fully punishable, but opts not to punish it. Oh, Meter Burn Sword, what a bait from Fasol. Now Geg's with no breaker available.
Oh, this is bad. This is looking really good for Fasol. Oh, the patience on Geg's there. Really smart stuff.
Your sacrifice honors me.
Smart stuff from Geggs to just stay out of range of that meter burn spin. Fassel getting a bit too preemptive with that. Oh, and he gets tagged. Much damage. This is like an easy 35%. Oh, 35% off that reversal. Really strong stuff. Geggs finally blocking overhead. Tagged by the follow-up. Oh, wow, into a clean throw. Geggs looking to really bring the set back. He's got 3 games ahead of him, but in the process of making the first. Oh, fully whiffed sword. This is bad for Geggs. No breaker available at all. Oh, corners himself, but not too much of a big deal, I suppose, against Kotal Khan. Funnily enough there, though, Geggs actually getting tagged by the string, and now this is bad. This is bad, and he has to jump. Really good stuff there from Fassel. Congratulations to Geggs getting top 4, but Fassel is going to be your second grand finalist. Mitsuones versus Fassel coming right up for you at home watching. These guys have fought before, but I can't remember when it was, though. Because it was a number of weeks ago at this point.
It's like we just said, like this is good for these two players because they have both now gotten themselves secured in grand finals, minimum of 75 points. You know, we're not even talking about the money at this point, which is $300 to second place, $500 to first. But we're talking now about those placement points. We are nearly at the end of this season. And, we
have a couple of weeks to go.
We're in a crucial point. We're in a crucial point where every single point counts. Fassel and Mitsuones high up on that leaderboard already. And now they're both in grand finals, getting themselves, both of them, minimum 75 points. One of them walking with 100 points. Whoever wins today is in a really good situation to potentially be sent to LA to be one of the 3 remaining European players for this league. But, congratulations to both these guys for getting far. Mitsuones winning last week. Is he going to win 2 weeks in a row, or do you think Fassel's going to take him out?
Fassel could do it. I mean, he's playing Tempest Lao. This is, we saw, last time we saw Mitsuones and Foxy Grandpa fight, it was quite possibly the most dominant grand finals we've ever seen. Foxy did manage to take that. Well, yeah, obviously Foxy was trolling mid-match as well, which didn't help the situation. But we've seen that Mitsuones does lose to Kung Lao, and he can. Fassel is playing better this week than I have ever seen him play, and he's using Tempest Kung Lao better than I have ever seen him play Tempest Kung Lao.
The last time we saw Mitsuones lose was actually to I'm Still the Daddy's Tempest Lao.
And that was I'm Still the Daddy's like a couple of days old, Tempest Kung Lao?
I'm Still the Daddy had only played Tempest Kung Lao for about 3 days before the tournament, and he was able to take it out. Mitsuones 3-1.
And that was the mid-season showdown, no less. We are now approaching our final prediction points of the night. You have 3 minutes to predict who you think is going to win. Do you think Mitsuones is going to take 2 weeks running, or do you think Fassel has managed to win his first week? You actually have 3 minutes now to make your final predictions, and up for grabs today you have a Course Scorpion statue to win. Ketchup is now holding for some reason. He's now staring at it.
It just looks really cool. I like it. I'll try and put it back without it falling over. There we go. It's all good. But we've got one of those, and it's obviously they were only made in America, I believe. So it's a really good chance for one you guys.
I'm going to look at it. I'm going to inspect it.
It is cool though, isn't it? I mean, obviously that was one of the skins that's
I know they're hand painted, right? And something that always confuses me, right, is the eyes. Like the eyes are pure, just white, and all this obviously gold and black, but not a speck of paint outside of the eyes. If I did this, it would be a mess. Like, you ever seen me used to paint little miniatures? There's a reason I stopped.
Go home, cut it out.
No, it's a tremendous statue. Really, really cool stuff.
And obviously, whoever wins the prediction today will walk away with one of those. We're just setting up this grand finals for you guys. Let me reposition that back where it should be. Yeah, there we go. All good.
What a difference you just made.
But
man, I thought that it looked right where it was, but you moved it like a centimetre towards you, and now it's... You know what I mean?
Well, it's closer to me now. It's closer to me, which is better. And it's facing the camera as well.
Kind of.
But I mean, yeah, so it's going to be Kung Lao versus Scorpion. As we've mentioned, we've seen Mitsuones lose quite heavily to Kung Lao in the past. So you've had, Foxy... Basically, Foxy dismantled Mitsuones in that grand final set. I'm Still the Daddy beat Mitsuones 3-1
in the mid-season
showdown. But Mitsuones won the following week, and here he is in grand finals today. But he has to get through Kung Lao once again.
But he's bringing his A game. Like, this is the best we've seen Mitsuones play. Like, I think what it must have been, right? Mitsuones saw his placement on the board, and he realised that if he places well now, he's guaranteed to LA. It may have been that he may not have just assumed how close he was to being able to go. And now, obviously, mid-season showdown is finished, so it's just points now you can go to this through. So he is in the process of being able to do that. Like, he's really just switched it on. And if he keeps this sort of play and he rides this momentum to LA, he is going to be doing just fine.
Facile thinking about what variation to pick. I would pick Tempest. I mean, you beat Mitsuones by reading Mitsuones.
By punishing, and if you've got damage, then you are okay.
But that's what I was about to say, like, you beat Mitsuones by reading him. If you read him, it's because you're punishing him. If you're punishing him, play Tempest Lao and spend no meter on those punishes, save your bar for breakers if you get caught off guard by him. I mean, that's what I would do. Here we go, your grand finals of Week 6, the EU MKX Pro League, presented by Xbox.
Round 1, fight.
First hit's very important here. Facile trying to get it, but he gets tagged by a regular teleport.
Oh, again, first hit, managed to get him a break. Oh, punish for the down tilt reaction, good stuff.
Nice bait there from Mitsuones, knowing that he's going to try and teleport his way in. He gets tagged on the dive kick.
Not sure if he thought that was just going to cleanly punish, but the other hit is safe on block.
But I believe it used to be -10, I believe.
Oh wow, he just goes straight over the down 4. Mitsuones just out-reading Facile right now on every opportunity.
That was a very commanding round 1, no doubt about it.
Fight.
Oh wow, good environment interaction. Oh, and he cross-up standing too. Oh, what blocks from Mitsuones? Really smart. Mitsuones just putting up a defensive wall right now. So hard to break him out.
But then instant jump kick into teleport, drops the combo though.
Oh wow, wake up throw. Mitsuones sitting at no meter. Wake up forward too though. No punish on the spin, but gets a low minion. This could be what he needs.
This is going to be good damage. Facile has no breaker. I mean, he's no doubt going to... Yep, that grab's going to take game 1 for Mitsuones.
Really quick game 1, Mitsuones. I mean, again, Mitsuones just really... He's beginning to adapt. Like, he's doing what we haven't seen him do before. He's beginning to adjust depending on the opponent. Like, he's realized that's how you play. That's how you go from being a good player into a great player. It's being able to make that adjustment, and that's what he's beginning to do.
Well, the thing is that there's no denying that Mitsuones, when we first saw Mitsuones play, he was almost like a quite an autopilot style, where he has one way of playing, and win or lose, that's the kind of the road he takes. This week, we've actually seen Mitsuones make more reads on the opponent. He waits for things. He's actually waiting for things to punish. Tricky Portal, Raiden, he's making punishes on, things like waiting for the...
He's going for
teleport.
grabs on moves that are minus but not punishable. Like, he's doing the fundamental different things that you see people doing.
Absolutely, but Facile has opted to go for Tempest Kung Lao once again. He needs to really just kind of nail in that game plan, because it was... there were a lot of gaps.
Mitsuones just blocking so well though in that match. Like really, really impressive blocks for Mitsuones.
He just wasn't pressing buttons. He wasn't getting caught pressing buttons. It's just what Tempest Kung Lao was normally going to do. But as I say, it caught pressing buttons there, and this is why you don't want to get hit by any of that.
That's going to big damage. 37%. Even though he dropped the end, he didn't get the hard knockdown. He's still got 37% damage.
Oh, Mitsuones gets tagged. Oh, he drops the combo though, but it does not matter because he tags it. Mitsuones opting to save the bar here. And that's going to be a very dominant round 1 to Facile.
Mitsuones sitting at almost 3 bars of meter though. You can look at real risks being taken now.
Oh, and he opts to go for the teleport. Has no stamina.
Oh wow, the forward 2 once again. Forward 2 seems to set Mitsuones a lot of pressure.
Here comes Mitsuones. He's got a full bar. He might do something risky.
Oh, he waits to wait. Trying to bait a reversal, no doubt.
Catches the raw meter bend teleport. Facile breaking.
There's the environment interaction once again. Oh wow, and there's the forward 2 once again.
Good down 1 there. I mean, he's -3 after that hat spin. -3.
Final round.
But once again, the amount of blocks that Facile's had to do is almost put Mitsuones all that bar right back again.
Catches the full screen low minion though. Opts to spend 2 bars on that sequence, but doesn't get anything off it.
There's the blocks once again. Opts to throw away 2 bars, but catches the pressing buttons that time, but doesn't confirm. Will he confirm it? Yes, he manages to get it this time.
Mitsuones has a breaker, but he's probably going to save it.
Oh, wake up backdash. There's the overhead.
Are we going to see another token Mitsuones Inferno comeback?
Facile has a bar, although he has to watch out for the reversal now.
Oh, and he catches the double low!
Facile dead to rights. This will be 2-0 to Mitsuones. 2-0, just like that. Wow. I can't knock it. Mitsuones playing so well this week. Really has decided to just switch on his game plan and is really bringing it to players that are doing so consistently well, showing and proving that he deserves one of those spots in the LA top 16.
He doesn't crack in terms of aggression. I mean, sometimes on the defense, we see Mitsuones do questionable wake-up attacks. He'll do certain things that are quite predictable. But when he is in a situation where he needs damage, Mitsuones very rarely will ever, when his opponent is dead, and when he's like, right, I need to get not only one combo, but I need to do a full combo that will lead into potential damage with a mix-up. Mitsuones never drops it. You know, time and time again, we see Mitsuones go for, you know, he'll land a hit and will then just be on point with his execution when he starts making that comeback.
He drops nothing, and that's one thing that I'm very impressed about. And no matter what the situation, he doesn't crack with his execution. That's something he can always rely on. And if you can rely on your execution, all you've got to do at that point is just make the reads, because you know your execution will carry it through for you.
Of course.
You know that. All you need is to read it, because if you get it, like, it doesn't matter. No sweat it. You'll get the combo.
Mitsuones not pressing buttons anymore.
Jump kick teleport.
One thing we actually haven't seen Faso do the whole set is the overhead into hat spin. We've never seen him go for an overhead just yet.
Oh, what a bait on the part of spin, but doesn't quite get the punish.
Mitsuones trying to get the punish, but doesn't get it. Oh, jump kick teleport from that range as well. Here comes the mix-up. This next mix-up will take Faso into match point against him.
This is chip damage territory. Battles will be so important, and that will be match point. Mitsuones for a second week in a row.
Tournament point. Mitsuones from Germany.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, does it confirm?
No conversion from Faso.
That's looking at one bar. Mitsuones, it's all him right now, but uses the bar on that.
Mitsuones sitting on full health. He could make one of his token comebacks at this point. Gets the block on the teleport, but he tries to get the punish.
Mitsuones saving the bar. Oh, corner reversal, smart stuff from Fasol, and that could be a big deal. Oh, drops the follow-up, don't give Mitsuones the... Oh, this could be exactly what Mitsuones wanted.
That costly drop could have been the entire tournament. Blocks the overhead, blocks the low minion, doesn't punish the low minion, but he does get the chip damage. This might be what he needs to win. And that will be a jump in. Faso on life support right now, but he does take the round. He's match point and 2 games down. He can still make the comeback, but he has to be so careful. A 1 anti-air from Mitsuones. Oh, here comes those full screen antics. And he gets 3 in a row. And then he gets the low minion. This is the sequence that Mitsuones needs to win the tournament.
But he drops it. As we say, Mitsuones just dropped a combo.
Costly drop. At this point in the tournament, every damage counts. Oh, and he gets the anti-air, meter burn teleport. Full combo. Faso will build a meter before this is done, but he's going to have to break the next mix-up if he gets this wrong.
Goes to the throw. Smart for Mitsuones. He's looking really good right now.
And he's going to play the full screen game. Tag him with the environment.
Oh, wow! And that will... Oh, no, he drops the combo. You've given Mitsuones the way out.
So many teleports, and he gets the jump in. Has to make this count, but he does drop the combo. Gets it again. Oh,
wow.
You can't even point that out. It was drop after drop after drop. He's going to be kicking himself over that, but Mitsuones taking the tournament. 2 weeks in a row, Mitsuones is your champion, but this week, a 3-0, playing really, really strongly here. Getting just mix-up after mix-up, but right at the end there, Faso having him like at least 3 times in just as many seconds, but dropping every touch.
But this has been, this has been a really good week for both of these players. Mitsuones, huge congratulations on his 100 points, looking very unlikely that anyone will be able to get more than him at this point.
Well, Mitsuones makes top 16 almost every single week. We will no doubt see Mitsuones next week and the week after that. If he's in top 16, he's still accumulating points. If he consistently performs as well as he has been doing now, Mitsuones is going to almost be a dead certain to be one of your 3 remaining qualifying players for Europe for this top 16
but
finals.
Now with Fasol making 75 points, he is now 2 in that situation. So it's looking really difficult for anyone that isn't these 2 players to get one of those points places for their points in the top 16. So huge congratulations to them for making first and second today. Massive congratulations to Mitsuones making his $500 and 100 points, and to Fasol for his $300 and 75 points. You have been watching us. I am Mustard.
I am Ketchup.
And you have been watching Week 6 of the European ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. Don't go anywhere. Huge congratulations to whoever walks away with that tonight. And don't go anywhere, as in a few hours' time, we can watch the US Top 16 to find out who from North America will be able to get their points as well.
Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will see you next week. Take care now.